Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you this evening? Why did that make me laugh? I don't know. I don't know why it made me laugh so hard. How the hell are you guys? How's it going? How's your day? Tonight, we're going to be tier listing all the bad guys in horror. Every single bad guy that has ever been in a horror movie. No, that's not actually happening, but very, very, very many of them. And Jay will be here soon. He has a male visitor. I'll leave it at that. And I'll let him explain. Or will he? You got to make money, and sometimes things get hard, and you've got to start accounts on judged platforms. OnlyFans, men only.com, and YouTube, darkweb.com, things like that. I don't know. He'll be here hopefully soon. He is having something fixed. But in the meantime, we can still have fun, right? We can play with each other's butts. What? No, that's not what I meant to say. How goes it? How are you? I don't have $6, Larry. I'm sorry. That's why we're doing private shows in the evenings and have to be late to streams, you know? But I hope you do find your joint. $6. Inflation's crazy, dude. When I grew up in my day, they were $5. Actually, with inflation, I feel like they would be like $32 now for like a single one. You know what's weird about the dirty lettuce is that I hear that where it's so legal now and everyone has it, and it's just, woo, let's just go out in the streets and put our lives at risk smoking dirty lettuce, that it's a lot more potent now because you sickos have like, you have what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you've outgrown it. Like, your tolerance is so high that, like, I remember back in the day when we would buy it, it'd be like, man, look, it's actually green. Like, it's not brown. This is the good stuff. And now it's like, look at this Christmas special. And it has like actual Christmas lights on like the nugs. They've got it flavored. You can get like, you know, you can actually have chicken nugget flavored weed. That would be disgusting. Weeds, lawn care is what I mean. YouTube don't, I don't know, but it's crazy. Yeah. If I was scared to go back to my old ways, I even more so am now, because that stuff will like turn you into a flying car in your brain. You know what I mean? Clinton, I guess you did evolve, and good for you. Good for you. And now you have vapes, so like you don't have to make the lungs hurt so bad. So I guess that's good. And gummies, you do gummies. Kids are crazy these days. Next thing you know, you guys are gonna be shooting up, you know, marijuana. It's like, whoa. We went backwards. We went too far. You smoked yourself stupid. Yeah, 80s and 90s weed. Okay, I'm not that old, Guy Claire. All right, it was 90s for me. It was actually 2000s by the time I was doing it. Actually, I think the first time I ever did that was my freshman year of high school. And so I would have been 13, right? So that would have been 95, 98. Wait, what? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I be 13? I don't know. I was a freshman, okay? Whatever age you are, mister, you better. I'm going to call the cops. He says, I'm smoking now. I'm going to call the cops. That's what's happening. Congratulations. You did this to yourself, all right? I'm going to call them on my car phone, on my Jeep Wrangler. You guys remember the car phones that your parents had? Just a big block, and it was like attached to the thing in the center, and you had to like de-holster it and pick it up, and it was so heavy. That stuff was crazy. I used to go in my dad's car and like play guns and pretend I was like, you know, doing cool stuff. Like, I better call the lieutenant before I blow up this factory. Dumb stuff like that. I was only 17. So it wasn't that weird. Anyways, Greg, you're not supposed to do that there. It's the wrong hole. Or is it? I don't know. But what you could do, you don't have to actually do the S word to your B hole with the C stuff. What you can do is you can just dip your finger in it like Donald Trump Jr. and then just rub it in there, you know, some fun. And then afterwards, you just whoop. Someone had Taco Bell for lunch. I actually went to have Taco Bell for lunch today, and then I did not, because as my wife was on the phone, like, you want Taco Bell? And I'm like, I thought you would never ask. I went to type it in, and I saw a news story that was like, a whole bunch of meat has gone bad. The meat's gone bad. Nobody tried the meat. And there's a big E. coli thing going on. So be careful where you get your hamburger from. And that's why you come here. for health news updates. And that's what we do. That's what Maryland does. That's what Maryland does. Yeah, it's hard to do. They're hard to figure out the right way to do them, the wrong way to do them. Courtney, thanks, buddy, says, Mike, can you do Beetlejuice? Can you do Beetlejuice about alien disclosure? What? What are you talking like a Beetlejuice impersonation? Impression? I've never done that in my whole life, Courtney. Why would you put that on me right now? He's like, hey, Mike's alone trying to carry the stream by himself while Jay's male visitor's over. I'm going to try to give him a brand new impression and a topic for which to do it of. I love you, Courtney. I'll try it because I love you. Get ready for this awful. So here they got UAPs. No, I can't even do it. It's too bad. Honk, honk. That's all I got. I'm sorry. I considered it and immediately tripped at the starting line and fell on my face. Oh, shoot. Clinton, I just said it. He has a male visitor, all right? If you're not going to be here on time, don't hound me with the same questions over and over again. I swear to God. Just kidding. I love you. Sorry for your loss. Brian, what happened? Did you know something I don't? Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking to somebody else. I apologize. You know what? I'm just all over the place. I missed the first part of that conversation, apparently. And if he's talking to someone there, I am very sorry as well. Holy hell. I apologize for that. It's the narcissist in me. I just think everyone's talking to me at all times. And that's fair. That's fair. I didn't get a lot of attention when I was a child. And that's why I do YouTube. But this must be what you're talking. Beep, bop, boop. Thanks, buddy. He says, hey, Mike and Jay. So I just found out that my best friend of 20 years passed away on Tuesday. So I apologize if I'm emotional. I just want to say I love you guys and you mean so much to me. Thank you. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I absolutely could not imagine. So do not apologize for being emotional. If you do partake in alcohol or have a beer, this one's to your friend. I'm so sorry that happened to you. And we all love you, buddy. So I hope if this place brings a smile to you, it can do that for you tonight. And I'm sorry that happened, man. And I'm very sorry that I misconstrued the conversation about it and thought it was something else. Stone Cold Brennan said, where would you rank Vince McMahon? What? I've been in my head, I have your Stone Cold constantly stuck in there, but it never comes out of my mouth the right way. Just like when I put stuff in my mouth, it's never actually what I want it to be, which is a female body part. It's always a man's. But where would I rank Vince McMahon? Because he is a villain. He's an all-timer. But both inside of the square ropes, what do they call it? The mat? Because like UFC is like the octagon, I don't know. But yeah, inside the ring, the ring. Duh. The ring, inside the ring, out of the ring, alone on the toilet, no matter where Vince McMahon is, he is an all-timer bunghole of a villain. Terrible human being, allegedly. That's what they say. That's what they say. All right. I don't want to get sued. Not that anyone's watching this, but we do appreciate you guys watching it for sure. Let's see here. Let me show you guys this. And while we're waiting on Jay, we can do a couple that he hasn't seen, right? We just put a finger in. Just one. Just the tip. Ouch, ouch, you're on my hair. Geek Claire said Mike misspelled villains. Did I? I did, didn't I? God. Fudge Knuckles from Texas's big old boobs. I really did. That's really embarrassing. And you know what, Geek Claire? No one friggin' told me about it at all. On Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, no one told me I misspelled villains. No one. VILLIANS. I just totally screwed up the search algorithm entirety for this entire stream. All the search has gone to hell. No one told me I misspelled villains, and that's my fault because I misspelled it about 12 times. Crap. Oh, well. Oh, well. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Tim27 the Chicken said, let's get this party started. Is it true that Michael and Art are the new sticky bandits? Can Loomis say, look what you did, you little jerk? Jay's not here. All right. He has a male visitor who will hopefully be departing soon. And I'll let him explain. But hopefully he'll be here soon. And I'll look what you did, you little jerk. That's what you get. You get that fucking impersonation. That's what you get. God, 10 seconds left. I did that. Shoot. Oh, God. Okay. Let's do a couple while Jay's gone. Okay. Byron Hansen said Angelina Tyler is alive and is the second accomplice with Stu. Angelina Tyler is alive and is the second accomplice with Stu pulling the strings behind closed doors. I wish someone pulled my strings behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? In season 3, in Scream 3, she was only stabbed and pulled away. She was supposed to be the second killer and say, you know, Parker Posey is a great actress. I'm going to say something that's not popular. I don't like her character in Scream. I really like Parker Posey a lot. I think her character in Scream was ass juice, except for the one, my lawyer liked that. Apart from that, I thought it added to like the you know, hokey dokey comedy of Scream 3 that kind of pulled away from it being one of the better Scream films. So I never was a fan. So I don't think I would want that. And I think it automatically would just, you know, but I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. Courtney says Mike Beetlejuice is Chalice in a deeper voice. Okay. I think I can think of it that way. Oh, you know what? You're not that wrong. I mean, it's not good, but it's not that bad. You know what I mean? What was that about? The aliens? Yeah, of course there's aliens. Duh. Everyone knows there's aliens. I went to Beavis there. I tried to do too much. That was the best Beetlejuice I'm gonna get. So I'm just gonna stop there. You know? That's what I do in the bedroom too. I put it in once and I'm like, you know what? I haven't failed you yet. You seem to like that. I'm gonna leave now. And I don't want to upset anyone. That wasn't that. I know, Clinton, that wasn't that bad. You know? It's not that bad. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I'm not going to lie. Jay will hopefully be here soon. And yeah, I'm going to work on that, Courtney. I'm going to work on that. And look who it is. It's Jay.
Hi, y'all.
How's it going?
It's all right.
Are you flowing?
Yeah. I had a pilot light issue with my heater.
That's euphemism for gay sex.
Yeah, well, you know, he kind of looked at me like disappointed that I didn't know that. I'm like, dude, look at me. I got gelled hair, wearing a Ghostbusters 2 hoodie, and I have toys on the wall. I don't even know what a fucking pilot light is. I mean, it was like, I thought a pilot light was like when a pilot in an airplane gets an idea. I have a pilot light.
So all I told them was that you had a male visitor. But
yeah, he was male.
His heat went out, and the heater guy was there. And obviously, you don't want to do what we do while the heater guy's there. Yeah, that brings up a lot of questions.
I looked like I looked like the penguin when I answered the door because it went out about 6:50 tonight. It was cold as fuck. I looked like the penguin. I was born a little different.
It's not. It could be worse, dude. It is like December. That would have sucked.
Yeah, but it's cold now.
I didn't know it was gas. It's gas, heat.
What, ours?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if it has a pilot light, I think that means it's gas.
I guess it's. I don't know. I thought electric have it too.
Nah, I don't have a pilot light.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was where you have to reset it. I don't know. He clicked the fucking thing a few times. I didn't really watch him do it.
Are there any men in the room that can explain it to us, please? We'd appreciate that. I don't know which way it works, to be honest with you. Oh. So we were just going through a couple. So we haven't started the tier list yet. We haven't begun the tier list yet, but it's horror villains, and I misspelled villains in every single thing that I posted it on, and no one told me, and now no one's going to see the stream except for the people who can't spell. Like, they're going to search it and it's going to pull. I think YouTube corrects that automatically. But
it's good. What'd you spell it with one L?
No, I'm not that stupid. I put the I before the A.
Oh, I thought you spelled it with one L. It's like VILLIANS.
VILLIANS. Robin Barker said Beetlejuice now is officially a new character for Mike. Yeah, when you were gone, we realized Courtney was like, hey, could you do Beetlejuice about aliens? And I was like, dude, I've never done Beetlejuice in my life. I have no idea. And he was like, it's just Chalice with a deeper voice. And I was like, oh, that actually makes sense to me. That actually makes sense. If I was funny, I could probably do something like with that, you know? Deadly said, my girlfriend left me after 10 years for someone else, but this channel's helped me get through tough times. I actually, I thought there was going to be a really funny punchline to that. And I'm actually sorry. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, dude, sorry about that, dude. But fuck her. You're going to do better. You're going to find a nice, wonderful man.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the punchline. That's what's going on. Hopefully,
at least you didn't actually punch her down the line, because that would have caused an arrest.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't get arrested. There's a bright side to everything. Hey, at least I didn't beat her up and get arrested, because I'm not that kind of gal. All right.
So does the lighting look good, guys? Because I changed the lighting a little bit in here.
I think it looks a little better. I do.
Well, that's all I could do. Mike
CRISPR.
got me a light for a Christmas, a Christmas light for the holidays, and I plugged it in. And by the way, I can't turn on. Like, I literally went on the computer settings, and there is no settings for the camera for autofocus or any shit like that. It's literally just USB live webcam. That's it.
Yeah. So the origin story is this: is we're trying to fix Jay's auto, like the zoom that keeps happening, that keeps happening, and thought maybe a better light would do it. I don't think that's fixed that, but it does look a little better, so it's not the worst.
Well, that is
I wonder
if
maybe putting a light in the background would stop it. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I took like an hour today to trying to figure it out. I don't know. I just have. It might just be like I'll just get a new webcam. I don't know. I've gone through 3 of them though.
I looked up.
It doesn't make any fucking sense though, because it's like on the computer, it literally doesn't show any kind of setting for like auto. It just says USB live webcam. That's all it says under Bluetooth and under like other devices.
Did you right click it?
I clicked the shit out of it until it was pregnant, and it still didn't do anything.
Yeah, well, maybe it just doesn't have any software with it. But yeah, if somebody does know how to stop a webcam from autofocusing constantly, let us know. But I mean, the thing is, I looked up webcams too, because I was just going to do a new webcam, but it all the good ones have autofocus, and if you go deep into the reviews, everyone has issues with the autofocus on every different camera. So I don't know if it's a lighting or what. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Well, I'll just wait. Black Friday's coming up, and I think Amazon's got it coming. Like he's for the next week. Maybe there's some good deals on there. There's one was like, look at this amazing deal, 35% off, and only $1,300 for this new Canon camera. I was like, fuck you, bitch. I'm trying to look for like the cheap deal one, or not like at least like somewhat affordable. It's like, or you could like pay $259.99 a month on a firm. I was like, that's a fucking car payment.
Fucking Joe said, tell the camera stop.
Stop it.
I'll do it.
Stop it. It's not helpful. You're being very damaging to my self-esteem.
Have you considered just turning the clock off?
I've literally done everything possible with that fucking clock.
Oh,
like,
you turned it off?
Yeah, I turned it off. I've experimented with it multiple times. Like, hold on, see if you get dimmer. Off. What?
It's still on.
No, wait a minute. That was something else. Oh, yeah, well, dimmer. So you get. I mean,
yeah, now it's off.
But now, yeah, it's off.
You fixed it. It's gone.
No, I won't. It'll come back. It'll come back like an STD. You think you're safe,
it's gone.
And then all of a sudden you get an itchy rash.
I'm a genius. Now you're trying to make it do it. It's still not working. I think we fixed it.
It literally did. It did it right then. See, you're lying. You're full of shit.
It's not doing it. It's not doing it. I'm a fucking genius. Hey, why'd you turn it back on?
Well, I'm seeing something. I'm testing. Okay, that's the brightest it can go.
See, now it started again.
Yeah, but I like to have it on.
Jay, it's if it makes your camera not work at all, it's not worth it.
All right, well, I'll just do this.
Stop it.
Light. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well,
I guess no one's going to be able to tell time backward like it is in my camera. Does it look backward to you all? Because it's all flipped. Is it flipped for you guys? Does it look backward when I have it on? Like 8:18 and it looks like it's 8:18?
No, because Ecto.
Oh, that is 8:18. Never mind. I'm dumb. I don't know. I think it's flipped.
Yeah. It did a little bit there for a second.
Anyway,
that
was a good talk. Good talk.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Mike says, does anyone still watch Cobra Kai, or it's just you? You're alone.
You're the only person in the history of the earth that still watches that show. No, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, at least around these parts. Not the new one. And it's going to be a long time before I finish it up.
I haven't even. I thought about it, and then I thought of like, I don't know. I was like, I'll do something cooler, like play Baldur's Gate 3 again, and then I did that. I went to go do it, then I was like, I can't. I don't know if I can do it right now. And I love it. Sucks, dude, because I love I love Johnny, but I do. It's like, and I know I thought I'd never say this too. I'm kind of tired of. I'm Johnny'd out a little bit. I'm kind of Johnny'd out a little bit. Because it's the same, it's always the same thing. He makes that with Daniel LaRusso for like 5 minutes, maybe 2 episodes, and they're back at each other's throats. They're doing the same old shit. It's just like, oh my god, dude, come on! Like you guys are supposed to be working together.
Yeah, that show got real repetitive, real fast, man. Tim 27 McChicken says, Mike, any chance getting Stone Cold back to the show? Hey Jay, how was your male visitor?
How is it going? Not being cool, Tim McChickens. How's it when you put your dick in that barbecue sauce at McDonald's chicken nugget menu and you don't care? How's that feel? You like that?
Can you do me a favor though? Will you rate him on attractiveness from 1 to 10?
Who?
The Heat guy?
Well, he didn't bring a lot of heat. I would say it was lukewarm. He had a gentle touch, but a very very not a very good demeanor about him. I don't know. I'd probably give him about a 5.
On looks, pure looks, or personality too?
Personality is about together? a 3. About a 3 on personality.
Fuckability?
Like fuckability about 5. 3 on personality overall. He's like a Mr. Potato Head. It was like it's fun. It can be fun, but it kind of gets old after a while.
And I'm sure we're talking to Brendan. He had a good idea actually. He mentioned after that stream, he was like top 10 wrestling movies at some point would be fun. I was like, that could be fun. I got a lot of wrestling movies I got to catch up on, but we've never even thought about doing that. That's a good idea.
Well, that's weird because wrestling movies though, there's not. I mean, I don't know. I can't really. Iron
movies
Claw,
with wrestlers in them, like
okay, well that would be fine.
Yeah, so you're like any of the Hogan movies, which will be fun to revisit.
Those are great,
dude. We should watch No Holds Barred together.
Have you ever seen
one of the commentaries? Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Dude, I love that movie. I love it. I remember as a kid watching it, just like you're a dummy when you're like you believed all of this stuff, like with the wrestlers being real. I fucking loved it, dude. When I was a kid, I read that shit all the time. There's the part where was like Dookie, because he's like, I went Dookie. He's like Dookie.
That's great.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I haven't watched Suburban Commando in 1,000 years. Mr. Nanny. People shit all over Mr. Nanny. I love that movie.
I love Mr. Nanny. I love Suburban Commando as well. Darth the Normal by 808. Have you all seen the trailer for Alien Earth? I did. It's not much past what they showed before. It's mostly just that badass shot of the xenomorph, but that's important because I wondered. It's set 2 years before Alien, and it's set on Earth. So in my mind, I was like, well, obviously they're not going to have xenomorphs in it because when they were in space, they didn't know what the xenomorphs were. But clearly, there's going to be xenomorphs in it. So now I'm pleased.
Yeah. I mean, according to Donald Trump, that's just the southern border. But I haven't seen the.
Hey, buddy, it's King Donald Trump around here.
Yeah, it's King Donald Trump. No Bud Lights allowed. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Put on some Kid Rock and put the top down.
DJ Graham, I meant to say this is the last stream. No, it's not. Don't cancel us. Let us stay, Lou. I meant to say this in the last stream, but I finished The Penguin. Was he good? And now I want Batman to be rated R. It's going to be a little weird having the Penguin not drop any F-bombs after all. It wasn't the last Batman rated R?
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought the Batman with Robert Pattinson was rated R. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I would do if I ever interview. I was like, Robert Pattinson. What's it like playing a sparkly girl, not girl vampire boy? How's that like?
No, it's PG-13.
Wow, they did a good job disguising it.
Well, 2 hours and 56 fucking minutes long.
Give me all of that big shaft of Batman. I want to take it in my mouth. What? I will say this though. I think the Batman 2 should be rated R, but I don't think they will just because of a standpoint that they want as many people to go to the theater as possible to see it. I mean, they want kids to go in to see the Batman. I mean, it's Batman. So you're gonna have a hard time convincing investors to be like, yeah, it should be hard R. And they're going, no. What are we trying to make X-rated porn around here? It's Batman. He runs around in his underwear. Come on. Like out of touch, executives that don't understand. But either way, I think it would be cool to be rated R, but I don't think it will be.
Batman Returns was even PG-13. I had to look that up.
That's what's it's so funny, dude. Batman, 89 Batman nobody said a fucking word about it. They thought it was great. It was great. It touched on everything that you wanted in a Batman movie. But the problem is Batman Returns, not my favorite. And I know I got some heat for that. I didn't think it was that great, but either way, it scared the shit out of kids. Like that was the one thing. It was super fucking weird. It scared them. Danny DeVito was weird. And that's what started the whole thing. Like, let's make it stupid and dumb and fun for the kids. Saturday morning cartoons and Batman Forever was the beginning, Batman and Robin. And then it took us years to get to Batman Begins. So that's what started it. So. Yeah.
By the way, I just figured out I wasn't listening to a word you said. It's not.
I don't give a fuck. Take that cock out your mouth when you're talking to me.
It's a black one too. My favorite.
Terry Crews songs.
But no, I think I know what we need to do because like you're way brighter, but your walls seem darker because you're brighter. I think we need to get like a colored light for like the wall, like to put on the floor. Like see those things back there.
Oh yeah, maybe that might work.
Because if those are off on mine, it's like you guys are watching. See, it's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
you look like a shitty therapist that I don't want to go to.
It's this fucking cardigan. I got it at Goodwill.
No, it was just the way the lighting was. It was like dim lighting. It was like, hey, you want to take a seat on the couch? Like, no, not really. I'm only here because my work told me to, because of the horrible incident that happened when I smacked that guy in the face for being a dickhead at work. What? No, yeah, I'll have to do something with it. You're probably right. I remember, well, because at the old house, it was like the walls were like white, and that always super. Yeah. I don't know. We'll fix it. We'll fix it, Steven. Don't worry, guys.
Cool again. I can make it.
But there are also different settings on here. Like this is like it's on. I guess this is daylight for the light. But there's also like that warm colored light. But I look like I have cirrhosis of the liver when it's on, so I don't want to use that one. Because I literally used it one time and it got me fucking scared because I got like panicky. Someone came in and was like, Jesus, Jay, you need to lay off that alcohol. You're fucking yellow. And I'm like, God damn, really? And I walked around for like a week after that cocksucker said that, going into the bathroom, looking at my eyes, seeing if I have jaundice. And I was asking, I had to wake April up like 2 or 3 times during that week and be like, baby, come here. And she's like, what? I'm like, come here. And it was like, do I have yellow forming in the corners of my eyes? She's like, no, it's just sleep. And I'm like, oh yeah, now look.
That's what it's like to have medical anxiety, folks. Y'all that don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah, I had to look it up online. I was like, what did you feel? Dude, I swear it was like I felt like I was like sitting in the Avengers Endgame with Chris Evans when he was talking about the snap and how everybody feels. I was like, what does it feel like when you have jaundice? And then all of it's like, oh, it's the worst pain. It feels like someone's stabbing you in the guts over. I'm like, thank God I don't have any of that. You sad fuckers have really bad luck. Thank God I just have somebody on the internet calling me yellow skinned, and that's fine.
I was bloated the other day and thought I had cirrhosis, so like it just happened.
Dude, you know what? It's a blessing and a curse, the internet, that is, because it's like it's a blessing because you get to see all sorts of fucking weird shit and like fights on Twitter, but like it's a curse because you go to WebMD and just you think you're dying of everything. It doesn't. A cold wind went up your nose. You're like, do I have a brain cancer because I ate ice cream too fast and I got a brain freeze? And you're like, I probably have a tumor.
I like that for you. Someone like if you were in like a social class or something like that, and they were like, "Can you each of you tell me what you think the internet has brought the world?" And you're like, "Fights on Twitter."
No, and I'm not talking about like fights like who won the election or the election shit.
Right.
We know who won.
World Star.
But yeah, not like World Star. Like yeah, the World Star fights. That's all I literally use it for. Is like I just literally watch like fucking the most vicious fights you could think of. And I mean, Mike even asked me like, "Why you do that shit for?" I was like, "I don't know. I guess I'm depraved." Yeah, so I'm depraved, huh? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I've watched those before because they will catch you sometimes. But like I watch them and I come away like just feeling gross about the world. Like it doesn't make me feel good. So I'm like, and Jay's like, yeah, dude, I've been watching that shit for like hours. I'm like,
I did.
Fuck with your brain, man. Like
dude,
it's
gonna
make you a negative person.
When I had COVID, when I was real bad off, I literally laid in the bed watching fights on Twitter for like 3 hours. I couldn't stop. I literally went to like I figured out how the follow function worked on the phone. Like I was like, oh, you hit follow and then it gives you recommendations for more videos. I went down a deep fucking hole, dude. Oh my God. People record everything, and it's all blood, guts, and gore and honor. Because I did see this one. It was a fucking murder, dude. I swear to God, this guy had a ball fighting this dude, and he like kicked him in the fucking head. I was like, that's kind of gnarly. And then I was like, it's over now. And he went over and stomped on his fucking head, and you heard it clack onto the porcelain floor. And I'm like,
why are you watching that?
This part, you didn't see anything. And then somebody was like, God damn, that motherfucker's dead. And I'm like, he is dead. Absolutely. Thank you,
like,
Roy Jones.
That's
Jr.
why I watch horror movies, because I don't want to see that shit.
Well, I know, but it's like it's so. I don't know why, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I'm not ashamed to watch the brutality of the world as long as I'm not involved with it directly.
Dwayne's Johnston says, how do you guys feel about Five Guys? Personally, it's a little bit much for me, but I could take 2 on a good. You mean the food? $32 if Hiroshima poops for tomorrow for me.
I've never had it. I've never had it.
Yeah, dude, and it's like you literally live 1 street away from it, and you still.
I know. Well, we just got here not long ago, so it's not. I've not really had time to explore.
It's been 6 months.
Well, I don't know. I just don't want to go into Five Guys. Can you fit 3 in? Because I'm really feeling stretchy. I don't know. I heard it's overpriced. Is one thing. I know that they've recently gone up, and then I don't know. It just seems like
Chipotle, by the way. Chipotle will rape you these days.
I haven't gone there either.
Yeah. So. You see, I say I'm trying Chipotle. That's crazy, dude. That's freaking nuts.
Because I'm lazy, dude. I don't want to go in there and have them. I was like, I want you to make the food for me in front of me. And they're like, well, what do you want? I was like, just give me a number 5. And they're like, what's a number 5? You have to make it on your own. I'm like, I don't want to, Bob. Just make it for me and serve me.
Dude, All you have to do is order it online, and you can pick it up in the pickup window.
Yeah, but dude, it's a trauma situation. It's a trauma alert from the Subway thing. Like it took me years to even get over there to make me a sandwich at Subway because I got nervous. But now they at least they simplified the menu, and all you gotta do is say like, I want a number 3, whatever. But
this has gone to a stream to like a therapy session. It's like we've talked about like why do you watch so much online violence? It's like of course you're afraid to go stand in a Chipotle line because every last time you saw a Chipotle line, you were watching a dude get fucking choked out. A goddamn lattice wrap.
Yes, you're right. Not being able to order my food at Chipotle has made me insanely violent, and the only way to get it out is to watch other people get brutally hurt on the internet.
You went the other way.
I know. Yeah.
No, I love Five Guys, but my wife hates it. Thanks for good thing for me. I love it, but it is expensive as shit. But like, she'll never go there, so like, I never get to eat it. So
was it a recent thing that they increased? I know inflation, but I don't know if it was a recent thing that they increased prices on it. And because I saw a lot of people bitching about Five Guys food and like, oh, how expensive it is, and it used to be like cheap. Yeah. But I know that the burgers are huge and massive, and like they fill your the bag up with like all sorts of fries. So that sounds like a good deal. But it's like I think somebody said that you have to like for one order, it's like near $20 for a hamburger and fries. I'm like, God, damn.
Yeah. You pay for each topping too, just the way it's set up. But it's the same thing there. Like you have to go up to the counter and order it and whatever, and then they give it to you. But like it's really good. It's just like it's a really good cheeseburger. You know what I think's underrated as hell is Cookout. The Cookout, the fast food place, the Cookout. Their burgers tasty as hell. Their food is amazing, and that's like half the price, probably even less than half the price.
Well, yeah, they got like everybody that works there looks like they're roadies for Leonard Skinner. They know how to make a burger.
Oh yeah, they've been there a few times. Matt Roberts says, "Jay, I know you're a King fan. Have you read Dark Tower?"
I read some every single one. The Gunslinger. The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. Yep, I read them. I could recite some for you. Yeah, it was such a tragedy of what happened to it with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey. What a fucking shithole of an adaptation that was. But yeah, the Dark Tower itself is like that. The Dark Tower should have been like the edgier Lord of the Rings and put on HBO and made into a show. That would have been way better. But yeah, I've read them all. They're great.
I've not read it, but I can tell you this: a Stephen King movie. Based on one of his most popular books that stars Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba, being that boring is insanity. Like someone sucks at making movies.
What they did was in the Dark Tower, the movie was they tried to shove. You're talking about 7 books that Stephen King had worked on from like the late 60s or early 70s, and he had finally finished like way later. That took him years to write, decades, and then they tried to shove all of this into like one movie, and I think they were going to make it 3 movies, and they just failed completely. So yeah, it definitely should have been an HBO show that would have gone on for a few seasons, and it would have been great because there was just so much material. Because the thing about the Dark Tower is it ties in all the other Stephen King stories. Like Pennywise, it's in there. They mentioned the Green Mile. They mentioned Needful Things. There's all of his movies are in this one universe. And Roland is like the gunslinger is like a badass Clint Eastwood character that's hunting the demon guy from The Stand all across these stories. It's great. It would have been awesome as a TV show.
Yeah, like I don't know anything about the story. I just wish that it was better when they did it in real life. Yeah. Jason Perez says, "What's up, y'all? I got a hot take. There are no satisfying endings in the Elm Street franchise. Part 1 and Part 3 are okay. All others, dude, that's a really good point. Like, I'm not saying I agree with you. I'd have to go back through step by step, but the ending in the first film, very unsatisfactory. We've talked about that before. When she's just like, I believe in you, and he's gone. 2, you had the weird dogs." And then, like, didn't she like kiss it out of him? Like she like made out with him, and like he was like, "No,
no." I Jesse actually went, "Yes, like if I like come out of the closet." I hated that. That was so gross. Ooh. Yeah, it was the dogs, and it was funny about the dogs though, is they were running out of money when they were doing that. The guy even mentioned he's like, "We didn't have any money, so we just shot this like really shitty scene at the factory."
Yeah, and I think you're right. And then 3, hate that ending. That ending was awful when that stupid corny light burst out of everyone.
Yeah,
that was terrible. 4, the ending was what fucking happened at the end of 4? I know there was the terrible karate fight.
Hold on.
And
she gets all of their powers after they each one die, and then she
doesn't she use a mirror?
Yeah, she used a mirror to kill him.
Yeah, she uses a mirror to kill. So that's another bad one.
Yeah, 5, I guess I would die several times in the morning when I look at my. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. God damn, you look like fucking Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
5, we all know that ending sucks. We all know the ending to 6 sucks. Awful. New Nightmare. a little better because they fell in his pit. But then you got the crazy snakes, like the can that you used to open up and all the snakes would pop out. I don't think that was great necessarily. And then obviously the remake, she hits him with the machete thing. It was fine, I guess. But you're right. I think you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're always right.
I would say part 3. Yeah, I would say part 3 is the most satisfying of all of them. Because at least it's an actual. It does make sense how he dies. And I guess that was Wes Craven's way of like saying, all right, leave it the fuck alone. All right, he's dead now. I put his mom in here. She's like going to kill him with you as a nun. It's gone. He's dead. And then they're like, no. We're going to bring him back to life with a dog pee-peeing on his corpse in part 4 because we have to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Wes Craven didn't even direct that.
I know he didn't do well, he didn't. He wrote the third one.
Did he? I think he wrote a version of the third one, but I don't think that's the one
used parts of his idea. The original script that Wes Craven wrote was too expensive. They were like, it's just too much money.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They used parts of it, and then he was a producer on it. I don't know, but the fourth one was totally like he was done with it by then. But and it also sucked how they killed off some of the cool, like Joey and Kincaid die like right away in the fourth one.
Yeah. And I hate that they killed the redheaded chick's older brother too. Like he was cool, and they did it with that terrible karate kill. Tim C, holy shit,
man!
He's from Texas town with the big dick swing away, Merle.
I heard something thudding coming towards us, and I thought, oh my god, is that a T-Rex? And I realized it was Big Dick Tim with his dick just dragging on the ground behind him.
Not only that, but he's here to save us money as well. Thank you so much, Tim. Seriously, man. He says, hey, guys, what's up? Please don't watch the new movie Armor with Stallone. I want my $7.12 back. Be well. Dude, I watched the trailer for that. It's him and Jason Patrick, and they're robbing he's a robber in an armored truck. And the trailer actually looked pretty decent. I was like, fuck yeah, we got a Stallone movie to watch this weekend. That sucks to hear.
Give me back my 712. Give me back my son. Well, you were just describing to me, and I was like, I'm already kind of half asleep.
Tim, I'm gonna return you a favor tonight. Tonight it's about you, and I don't know if you know this or not, but being a retired policeman, a retired New York policeman, I have something that I show, and being a Stallone fan, I have a show for you that I think you'll enjoy, my friend, and it's called Fudge. What's the name of that show? Mayor of
Dog
Kingstown.
the Bounty Hunter. Oh
no, yeah, that's also
Dog the Bounty Hunter is real.
2.5 men inside of you at once. No, what was I talking about? The mayor of Kingstown. It's on Paramount Plus. It's a whole season. It's by the guy who does Yellowstone and does the Stallone show Tulsa King, which made me think about it. Such a good show, dude. And I feel like you and your line of work will really appreciate it. It's a fucking awesome show. You gotta watch it. And it's a great whiskey show too. It's a great show to have a whiskey and watch because it's like sullen and it's like it's a good show.
One of the most realistic shows I think that Tim could watch as a former policeman, and I think it's great. And I think it really does pay lots of respect to the men and women of law enforcement. Is the Steven Seagal classic Lawman? What a wonderful show that is. It's a joke.
He will shoot the top off Q-tips.
You know, he's an asshole, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's even airing anymore. And I think it was called Lawman, where Steven Seagal, like, look at the camera and goes, I've been a law enforcement officer for 35 years.
It's the most.
Oh, like, no, you have it, you ponytail asshole.
It's the most Steven Seagal thing ever. Like, of course, Steven Seagal would make a show about himself. He's like, actually, this entire time I've been doing these movies, I've also been a sheriff for a small town in my real life. And it's like, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. They probably sent him a plaque. And he's like,
Tom Segura roasted his ass so perfectly when in regards to that show. He's such an asshole because he knows he's an expert at everything. It doesn't matter what it is. He's an expert at everything. A dog could be walking by. He goes, that's a Shih Tzu boxer, something mix. And he goes, how do you know that? I've been raising dogs for 25 years. And he's like, oh, yeah, here goes a helicopter. That's a HCA-1 500. He's like, how do you know that? He goes, I've been flying helicopters for 85 years. It's like, you're literally making that up. And he said, well,
he's just a compulsive liar.
Well, yeah. Well, I know that this is true. The fact that he trains hand-to-hand martial arts combat to cops. And he was like, you imagine you're a cop and you go in and you're like, hey, today we're going to bring in an expert to teach you guys how to do hand-to-hand combat.
By the way, best day ever.
Yeah. And they're like, no, well, and this was the point. He's like, yeah, that would be cool if you were like at the bar doing a couple of shots with your buddy. And he was like, hey, Steven Seagal's down the street showing people how to do fighting moves. You want to go? He's like, yeah, when I get drunk. But imagine being a cop going to work and be like, hey, we're going to, did you bring in a Navy SEAL or a Green Beret? He's like, no, we brought in Steven Seagal to show you hand-to-hand fighting.
Dude, I would
combat.
still be jacked.
And he would be like,
I'd be jacked.
He's like, you can go to hell. He goes, are we shooting a fucking movie? What are you doing? And then he's like, that's like working at NASA. And they're like, hey, today to get us started talking about space exploration, welcome Captain Kirk. And he's like, hey, are you sure this motherfucker's qualified to do this? Like, yeah, he's been up there and shit. He's been doing it.
I mean, to be fair though, like, I mean, Steven Seagal could teach you some good hand-to-hand combat moves that would come into play in the streets. I feel like, you know,
if you were at a buffet at Golden Corral, I'm sure he could really teach you the proper way to shovel in the food as quickly as can. You know what? I don't know.
If I'm about to fight and Steven Seagal comes up and gives me pointers, I'm listening. That's all I'm saying.
I would too. Well, we're a big fan, but I mean, you know, he's lying half the time of what he does. The Aikido stuff, like, dude, he's lied so much about what he is or what he's done. He's a piece of shit human. You don't know what what's he telling the truth at. It's like the motherfucker changes nationalities like he's changing pants. You don't know who the fuck are you? He's a ghost.
You said we don't know what he's done in Lincoln Park Pod. I was like, what I've done, erase myself.
No, Steven Seagal really is the Glimmer Man. Because when he's supposed to tell the truth, you say Glimmer, and then he'd be gone. He won't tell the truth.
Come on in, the water's fine.
Like, he gets mad as fuck when you bring up about that thing, the guy that choked him out and made him poop his pants. And he's like, that never happened. That was a complete lie.
Of course, that's what you say.
That man's
but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, him having the show The Lawman is the most Steven Seagal thing ever, dude, because he fucking told executives at Fox or 20th Century Fox when they were putting him, like, that's how he got his first movie role. Like, the guys brought him in and they had him do a presentation in front of all the big heads at Fox, like the studio heads. And he did his thing where a bunch of guys ran at him and he like flipped them over and shit. And he took on 20 guys at once. And he did this like in a boardroom or whatever to show like his talents. And they were like, let's give this guy a movie. And that's how Above the Law happened. But he would lie. He was like, you know, I did before this. I was in the Secret Service. I can't tell you about the things that happened, things that I've done. But and he would tell this lie to everybody in Hollywood. He would be like, I was actually in the Secret Service, and between movies, sometimes they have a mission for me to go back. It's like, dude, it sounds like a kindergartner. It sounds like the shit we used to tell each other when we were kids. You know what I mean? Like, actually, dude, before I moved here, I was a boxer. So it was a pretty big deal. So just don't mess with me, okay? Just don't mess with me.
You see me limping. I actually I hurt my leg in a underground kumite called the Dragon Quest. And I had to stop because the Dragon King, who's the Shidoshi master, took me down. Well, here's the thing. It is what it is. I mean, he at least made some decent movies back in the day. But yeah, dude, like that guy, he's fake as plastic, dude. And I was literally thinking, it was funny as hell to me. It's like that story. I don't know if it was Tom Arnold or who said that story, dude. But it's so. He said they were at a board meeting with him, or they were in a script reading, and he was supposed to. He walked out the wrong door. I don't know, and he fell into the ocean because the door didn't go anywhere, and they were trying to tell him you can't walk out there or something. He's like, no, I know what I'm doing, and he walked out, and he's like, he fell into the water, and he climbed up, and he said all the spray paint shit that he uses on his hair was like dripping down his face. And he just had streaks of like fucking black tar coming down his face, and he's like, nobody say anything. God, dude, yeah. I wouldn't. By the way, I wouldn't say any of this in real life to him. I would just believe everything he said because that guy could probably still fuck you up. Maybe if you got close enough to him.
Maybe not now. Yeah, no.
He went. Now. Well, he went. Those two YouTubers went and like that. That would be cool though. They went and got to hang out with him for like 3 days, and he showed him some fighting moves and stuff. And he don't take no shit, dude. Like when he was putting him in moves and stuff, like he was like really bearing down. I'm like, God damn, stop! Can somebody throw this motherfucker a chicken wing? Stop it! You're hurting me.
Listen to me. If it's the only way you'll ever probably get me to watch another Jake Paul fight again, if it's against not a boxer. But if you put Steven Seagal and Jake Paul in a ring together, and then all rules go, Steven Seagal's allowed to do arm break type shit, Aikido, whatever, I would watch that. Because you imagine, dude, just Jake Paul swung on him, but he was just like, yeah, and it just like snapped his fucking arm right there, like on national TV. Or Netflix.
Well, it's also like what Segura was talking about too, and he's all right. I saw him recently when he was showing something about how to do certain moves. He's like, yeah, dude, he's so bloated and out of shape now, and he's like, he has no effort in anything he does. He's like, okay, come here, I'll show you something. He goes, when someone punches you like this, you could block it like that. You could block it like that. and then you could kick him like this. And he's like,
because
he's like, no, he's like, well, no, he's not lying, dude. He's like, he just seems so unenthusiastic about everything he's doing. He's so bloated. He's like, oh, my favorite cheese is this. What's your favorite cheese? And then he like does like.
I watched one interview where he shoved a guy into a pond, and the guy was like, I don't remember what it was. He's like, the guy was like, can you tell me the secret to life? And he was like, and he shoved him into the pond outside the hotel. And he's like, something along the lines like, the secret to life is to never know what to expect. Just, like,
oh my
walked
God.
away. I was like, that was probably staged, but it was fucking hilarious nonetheless.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thank you, Tim. We love you, buddy. Mike said, do you think Gladiator 2 will be good as the first? I do not at all, because there's no Russell Crowe. But I do hope it's great. I wanted to go see it today. I didn't get a chance to. Probably going to go this weekend. And I saw that. I did see John Flickinger, a flick pick. It looked like he hated it. And like these days, I do feel like there's a lot of hyperbole about movies that come out. Like something will come out and be decent, and people will be like, it's the greatest thing ever. And there's been a lot of like hyperbole around this movie so far. So him coming out and being like, because I know how much he loves Gladiator, and I love the original Gladiator just the same. Like I can quote that entire movie for you right now. So I have low expectations, but I still love Ridley Scott, and I'm hoping it's still great.
We'll see. I don't think it's gonna be good at all. I feel like it'll probably be all right. I don't think it'll be like a shit movie or anything like that, but I feel like it was such an unnecessary sequel, like just like Joker 2. It really doesn't make sense for them to have a follow-up with it. And I don't know. Denzel's great, and I think I don't know if this is his last movie. No, I think his last movie is coming in Blade. I think he said that. I think he's going to be in something Blade, and he said he was done. I can't remember, but it was something along those lines. But yeah,
he's doing two more. What's the movies that Encapsulator? Fucking, I forget the name of them.
Oh, the Energizer, the Equalizer.
That's the
Equalizer, but the Energizer is it's called Equalizer Energizer. Like he can't stop. No, I think also I'm not really a big fan of Pedro Pascal taking over as the Russell Crowe character. It just doesn't work.
Oh no, it's not him. He's not the Russell Crowe character. The Russell Crowe character is Paul Mescal.
Okay, well, I just saw Pedro Pascal as like he was the one in his like skirt, not skirt, fighting in the sands. I don't know. I thought it was because he literally looks like a Wish.com Kurt Russell, or not Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what to expect, man. But I know the popcorn buckets were cool. Austin said, "Hey guys, had to put my dog to sleep today, and I'm not doing great. Can we all raise our glasses and have a toast to Cochise? He was a good boy. Hey man,
that sucks.
To Cochise, there's nothing worse. Well, I mean, there is, but like it's absolutely terrible losing a dog. So then that sucks. And I'm sorry, but I will say this, Austin, you were great at naming dogs. Cochise is an absolute fucking great name for a dog, and I can tell." By your ability to awesomely name that dog had an awesome life. So good for you.
Yeah, man.
Good on you.
Yeah, dogs are better than humans for sure. So that sucks that you lost him.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's terrible. We always talk about if Thor. This is depressing as hell, actually. But like I told Katie one day, and she was like, "Fuck you for that," and I was like, "But it's true though." Like if when Thor passes away,
you're gonna divorce her?
It's yeah. That's my only other dude in the house, man. Like they all make fun of like me and Thor all the time because like like he loves me like more than anybody else in the house. But like honest to God, because he's the only other dude in the house. But he sheds so much. Like I'm talking. I vacuum like 3 times a day because he just gets on a couch and the whole house is covered after getting groomed and everything. But anyway, has this thin wispy white hair. And it's everywhere in every crevice. So I was like, when he passes away, it's going to be like 3 years down the road, and we're still going to be finding bits of him. And every single time we find a hair somewhere, you're going to get sad again. It's going to be the worst shit ever. And she was like, "Fuck you for that."
It sounds like you're like talking about a crime scene that you're trying to cover up. We're going to find bits and pieces of him all over at certain points. But yeah, well, I feel the same. I like Buster's getting up there. He's not that old, but he's getting up there, and like. I've dealt with dogs dying. I've owned dogs most of my life, so I'm not fine with it. But I understand when it happens, and it's
his first wife was one.
Oh God, yeah. Well, she wasn't a fucking a dog, dude. She was like a fucking Bebop and Rocksteady from Turtles. Like that shit was just an unnatural mutation from which there was no escape. She was a secret of the ooze, and that's what her pussy smelled like. What? That's gross. We shouldn't talk about weird things like that. You know what? I was having a heart to heart for a moment, and then I got sidetracked, and I had to say something ugly like oozy pussy. So
you're about to say that to a girl, like, man, damn, that pussy smelled like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Well, luckily, I'm glad I'm married, and so I don't have to worry about making small talk with the opposite sex any longer to get a date, because otherwise I would definitely be like fucking Urkel out there. But I will say,
I gotta change my battery. I can hear you.
Okay. Well, the thing is, April's never owned a dog ever, so it's her first dog. Buster is, and like I know she's fucked when he dies. Like she is, like it's gonna be awful. So I am dreading that day, 100%. So. Anyway, you know what? I feel weird. I should have said that. But that was really gross what I said. Sorry, guys.
I thought it was funny.
I know, but everybody else is like.
I liked it.
Tomo Gato says the Toxic Avengers XJ. No, he was a hero. Okay, she was a skank. There's a difference. Like you can't. Toxic Avenger is like actually like heroic. Like he's gross and he does like he cleans up the town in a very vicious way, but at least he's doing it for the right reason and he's a good guy underneath. She was just a toxic hoe from like that had blood that was actually Franzia wine, and like worked out her vagina on as many pogo stick dicks that she could around the neighborhood. It was crazy. Anyway, I could get into it all night about that, but I won't. Resident Dr. Evil says it was okay, Jay. It was funny. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Happy birthday, Stacey James. Hope it's good. I hope it goes well. Remember, keep your quarters to yourself. Count your dollars. Don't go to strip clubs and blow it on titties. Don't you do it. Save it. She probably did date the Toxic Avenger. Yeah, probably for sure. No, she didn't. There's no way. That guy, like again, that guy, she wouldn't have done it. Look at that sad sap of shit.
Hey, you
get you another drink there.
This is a root beer.
God damn, dude. That's not a root beer. Take out the root and we might be onto something.
It's an old fashioned. It's a delicious treat.
You look like a dude that just got a drink at a mafia house and you're getting ready to ask the loan shark for some money with that cardigan on. Like you're like,
I really do know it.
No, yeah. I was like, I gotta ask you, can I take out a small loan of $1 million?
I'm looking for a loan for my next book. It's gonna be a hit. I swear to God.
Yeah, you look like Temu version of Ethan Hawke from Sinister. Honey, we moved here because I can write my next book. Jesus Christ.
There's nothing like writing in a oversized Goodwill sweater. It makes you feel like Ethan.
Is that where you got that?
Or yeah. No, Katie has been on a Goodwill kick lately, going around, and she's.
I like it. It looks fancy.
Me? Yeah, I was like, can you find me some like oversized sweaters? And she was like, you bet your ass I can. And I was like, fuck yeah. And she a couple of them didn't fit. Yeah, no, this is nice. It's nice, dude. It's like I don't know, one of those fucking like what do you call them? Like Eddie Bauer or some shit like that.
Yeah,
LL Bean. Some shit like that.
Someone donated to Goodwill for someone else that was less fortunate than you, and you came in like an asshole and swooped it up. Congratulations. You robbed someone. Like, you robbed someone of warmth this winter.
That's actually a really good question. Like, should you feel bad if like you don't need to purchase things at Goodwill, but you do because you like them? Like you took all the good shit, and now the people who can't afford it have to have the bad shit.
Dude, listen, I'll shop at Goodwill. When I pull up my wallet, when I open it up, it sounds like an asthmatic. That's how empty it is. So yeah, I don't mind doing that.
I think if you're high class, like I think if you're like upper middle class or above, but that's definitely not us. So like I don't feel bad about it. I was like, I couldn't afford this. Like the way I couldn't afford this at Macy's, it would probably be like $80, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a thrifty bitch. I mean, everyone listens like, I'm gonna pop some tags.
Pop some tags.
They literally wrote a song about robbing poor people from things that people donated. Go ahead and be you. Be you. Oh,
I'm surprised Twitter didn't stop it instantly. It's like, how dare he? How dare he?
I think it's.
I'm gonna dye my hair pink and scream.
You wanted a cardigan, like it was like, yeah, I'm entering into my Bill Cosby phase. Just stay away from the Jello.
Robin said about Batman 2 being R-rated. How about PG-13 theatrical, but an R-rated uncut video for home release? I'm surprised that that's not more of a trend with dark, more serious comic books. Yeah, you're right. But the thing is that they don't want to because they don't even like having to make physical media anymore. I think Data Air the other day tweeted out. Someone was like, how come movies never look as good as Seven? Like, someone was like, I've come to terms with myself that movies will never be as good as like Seven was because they just don't do it that way. And he's like, well, that's because the money. He was like, without the he's like, all that money in Seven's on the screen. And he was like, without the physical media market anymore, he was like, studios don't have that kind of money to put into these films. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, we pay $250 million to make the red one with The Rock and Chris Evans look like a CGI fucking turd in Tinseltown.
Dude,
like,
I don't know anybody that wanted to see that movie. Like, and I love how they always, it's always the same bullshit story. They're like, #1 at the box office. Do they call it an instant classic? Yeah, an instant classic piece of shit that everyone will skip when it's out on video. What are you talking about, you Dollar General asshole? I hate that. And I heard rumors that was supposed to be on Amazon Prime, like it was going to be going straight to streaming. And then they're like, yeah, but Chris Evans is cute. So maybe.
I do love Chris Evans, but yeah.
But let's be honest with it. Chris Evans, I dude, like other than Captain America and other than that one London and that movie where he's like, what was it called? Ice Trucker? I don't know what the fuck it was called, where he was like on a subway or something.
He's on a subway.
Ice Trucker. I don't know what a train.
Talking about.
Ice train, not trainy ice. Snowpiercer. Other than those three movies, I mean, honestly, Chris Evans isn't really that great of an actor, to be fair. Like, he was
amazing in fucking Puncture, dude.
No, yeah, well, Puncture he was good in that.
The movie,
but generally speaking, that's 4 movies. I just don't think he's that bankable without the Captain America role, as much as people love him, and he's a good looking guy. I feel like The Rock is also on that trajectory as well. Like, people are kind of getting fed up with the same. I'm sorry about and again, I'm not taking anything from The Rock as a charismatic actor. Like, he is charismatic as far as like being The Rock, but I don't think he's that. He doesn't have a lot of range, and they really try to prop him up early on to be the next Arnold, and he just doesn't have it. So I don't know why anybody thought that movie was going to be some kind of instant hit. Maybe it was good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just shitting all over their cornflakes without even trying it. But I don't want to eat poopy water,
dude. There was nothing about that movie. The trailer, the fucking CGI, the synopsis, the name of it. That is just it's an exact epitome of what's wrong with movies, in my opinion. The red one is. I will never watch that hot piece of dog shit. And by the way, we don't need any more fucking Santa Claus movies. All right, he's not that goddamn interesting. Okay, he's not that fucking interesting. We don't need any more like fucking none of it. Like, I'm so sick of fucking Santa Claus movies. Like, I'm so clever in Santa Claus, but shut the fuck up, Richard, and get the fuck out of my office.
Well, we know who's getting coal under their fucking tree this winter, you goddamn Grinch. God, you're not getting
adults. Like, we know he's not real. Why do we keep doing this shit? Why?
Well, someone mark Mike down on the naughty list. Someone's not getting anything at all. You could say goodbye to that Lego set.
It's a fucking cult. It's a cult.
There's the next fucking Reddit post.
Gary, aka Tea Drinker, he's very proud about the fact that he likes his tea bags. So glad I can super chat again. I couldn't for a few weeks because I'm too honest for YouTube. When someone makes me mad, I don't censor how offensive. What'd you do, Gary? What'd you fucking do? You pervert.
Tell it the way that it is. I just speak the fucking truth to power.
Yeah, one man's I'm too honest, and like I just speak the truth, is another man's that guy's a fucking asshole. Yeah, like, I don't think you're an asshole, Gary, but it depends on what you said.
If someone makes me mad, I'm just like, you know what? I'm marking you down as a no-show for my Halloween party. How about that? And then I just walk away. Well, and I'm gonna if I get really mad, I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your arm last year. I'm gonna say it. I just don't care. Have you ever seen that video with that one kid? He's got glasses and he looks like the typical like comic book. I mean, I look like that. I understand. But he was like, I'm going to say it. I don't care that you broke your arm last year. That was like his big. I was like, I'm like, oh, watch out now.
Hey, this guy's crazy. Welcome back, Gary. D Mitch said, watch the trailer for Monster Summer. Thoughts? I watched it some time ago, and what I thought was it's literally The Sandlot, only Mel Gibson is the junkyard dog. And it's I love the Mel Gibson character. I love the idea of the movie, but the way that they shot it was, hey, let's try to rip off Stranger Things like every fucking one else. Oh my God, kids on bicycles investigating things. I've never seen that before. Shut the fuck up and get out of my office, and you're fired once again. But apart from that, it looked like it could have been cool, but it looked like low budget turd juice.
Yeah, I must have. I watched the wrong trailer. I thought it was just the playoffs for the WNBA. I missed that one. Sorry about that.
Tuesday. I liked it. Might rewatch it, but great ending. I have a problem with putting it on my 1978 mask because my head is big. Well, try to put it on your dick. I bet that's not as big. It'll definitely
stop reading books and being so smart, JT Customs. Your brain's like pushing against the cranium. I don't know. Mike wears the mask in the family, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I don't have to wear a mask, so I don't know. And you know what? I'm glad you like Smile too. Why don't you talk about how wrong Mike was in his review and what a sad sack of mean poopy head he is?
Really sucked.
See what I'm talking about, guys? He is anti-Christmas and anti-real life. To say that I've not seen it.
I'm anti getting laid. No, I didn't like it, but I thought that movie was good. I love the opening. I just think that character was fucking abysmal. Like, you're gonna take this character who I won't go into any detail because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Absolutely piece of shit human being character who just whines about how hard it is to be a pop star for the entire movie and does some horrendous shit to human beings. And I'm like, if the roles were reversed and that was a guy, and you guys know me, I'm not like the, oh my God, it's my catch-up woke guy. But like, everyone is just like, oh, it's fine because she's trying her best. Like, no, if a guy had done what she done, we would have hated it. Like, it would have been a piece of shit character. And I just thought she was whiny, and I didn't like the 2 hours with her. I love the ending, though. I'm with you on the ending. I'm with you on that.
Well, I think you're absolutely wrong. You have to make sure that your ketchup is not woke because you don't want the gay on your French fries. What are you, crazy? Your French fries might
I won't try.
It might be gay after you eat it. You might be gay. You got to be careful. They're called freedom fries, you sacks of shit.
How dare you? Kyle said, when you come to my house, you get my wife's name right. When you come to my house, when you get my wife's name. When I'm inside your wife, I'll make sure to speak to her correctly. I mean, inside your house, around you.
As I'm making heavy eye contact, I will speak to
her. Let's jump in to and inside of this tier list because we got a lot of them to get to. Please keep the super chats coming. We will answer all of them, and we very much appreciate them. You guys have no idea. Jay's got to keep his heat on, okay? And I've got to keep paying for these Goodwill sweaters somehow, some way. And that's how it
I haven't got to the point where I'm gonna be. I'll trick myself out. Don't worry. I'll probably get $1.50 a week. I'll trick myself out a little bit. $1.50 a week.
So you're gonna go on the street?
Hell yeah! Street walk that shit. I'll fucking take around a camera crew and make taxi cab confessions the new age.
I'm this close to getting a job at Payless, and you don't want me putting shoes on your feet. I swear to God, you don't want it.
Michael take pictures of him while he's putting shoes on them. I gotta upload this to Twitter.
This will end up being a continuous series because there's so many horror villains. We'll have to make several tier lists as we go on, but let's get to what we can tonight. And you guys know how it works. We're going to put it up, and Jay and I will talk about where we think they should go. If we have a disagreement, we will put it to a vote for you guys. Let's start with John Carver from the Thanksgiving Frenches. It's only been one film so far, but what do we rank this character as it stands currently? All-timer,
like
almost touches the sun.
The same dead eyes and lying face.
Fuckable or sucks my butt, Steve. You like Thanksgiving, right? We did.
I like. Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I would say fuckable. I don't think he was that great necessarily. I don't think he was worth it. I don't know. I think he was all right. I don't think he's pretty rad. I think he's fuckable at best.
Well, it looks like, Jay, you motherfucker, you motherfucking fucker. It looks like we have our first battle of the evening. I'm going to put this to a vote because
let there be blood. Let the boy watch.
I think this man deserves at least to be in pretty rad. And here's why. I'm going to tell you why while I put up this poll. I think he's got it all. Like he's got a cool mask that changes, and they gave it a cool reason. Remember when he set it on top of the cooker and it got all burnt and shit? That was cool. I think it has a cool backstory. And I think that what set it off for me was at the end of the film when he has everybody at the dinner table. He's got great kills. He's a nice fucking animal lover because he feeds a cat at one point. And then at the end of the film, when he has his little like Sally Jesse Raphael show and he has like the mouthpiece and he like talks to everybody and does kind of the ghost face thing, I think that took him over the top for me. I think one film in, he's pretty rad. But we'll put
maybe it's the look. I just think he looks like he's going to tell me I have it my way at Burger King and he's dressed up for the holidays. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he looks like the fucking king from Burger King. So the design of the character is probably what's weighing it down. As far as the character itself, it's great, but I just feel like the design, it's like, yeah, here comes the fucking king from Burger King to throw a hamburger in my face while stabbing me with a sharp French fry.
He does look like the fucking Burger King guy.
Have it your way. You rule.
You rule. Every time they do that, dude, I think of Ryan Reynolds in Waiting when he's like, "Happy birthday to you." Like, it scares the kid. How about Titty Monster? Barbarian.
Oh yeah, that was fucking creepy. That was nasty shits right there. I would put that as just far as like the character. You didn't see much of them, which actually worked in favor of the film. Creepy, nasty, definitely got full of chlamydia. I would give that a pretty rad situation.
Yeah. So I think so too. I'm gonna go there with you too. There's not a lot of longevity to it. There's not a lot of extra stuff there. I honestly don't know what the character's gonna do. Like, you know what I mean? It just runs around like, suck my titty. Like, all it wants to do is be a
I just
monster.
want my titty sucked. I want it sucked real good.
And it's dumb as shit because it just like runs and takes a nosedive off a fucking water tower, like Larry the Tate linebacker. But
and guys, I know it. I just don't want to hear any delay. I know it's a layup. I've already, I'm not. That looks like Jay Thick. I know, but it was too easy. Like, it's too easy. All right, come on. That's like playing football against blind kids. It was just too easy of a touchdown. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to stay away from it because I know it does. It definitely looks like her after a night out, after she sucked at least 37 dicks in a row and has no more wine left because she sucked it all down. But I'm not going to keep going with it.
Jay,
God, it does bring back memories.
Let's put it in pretty rad. Titty Monster from Barbarian was a great shock to the senses. Pretty rad it goes. Ooh, gross. How about Annabelle?
I never, dude, any of the doll shit. Like, I'm gonna like it. It's gonna fill up Steve's asshole quicker than an inmate in the shower. I'm sorry. It's like, it sucks my butt. I don't like any of that shit. I like the movies, okay, but I don't like the character at all. I think it's fucking dumb.
I'm so hard right now, and I want to be inside of you, but instead I'm gonna put this in Steve's asshole to satiate me, because I think the Annabelle movies blow. Look, the second one and I think the third one were okay as like jump scare movies, but the character itself of Annabelle, I should say,
I never cared.
Actually blows. It's dumb as fuck. It's the corniest, like most unthought out horror tropes there are. Awfulness.
Well, I mean, that would apply for me.
That's the stupid fucking doll. Come on.
Yeah, Chucky. Well, dude, it's going to apply for me across the board. I never got scared of that shit. I always thought it was kind of like a goofy premise anyway. It just doesn't bother me. There's nothing really special about those like doll killer things. I don't know.
Not a fan. How about old Angela with the dick?
The character's really, I don't know. As far as like that image alone at the end of that movie is fucking freaky as hell. It really does hold up really well. The character is pretty well, you know, especially when you find out about the psychological abuse leading into this, and it was fucking. I put it at. I'm kind of torn between Touches the Sun and Pretty Rad, to be fair. I think it's a really iconic villain, but I'd probably put it Pretty Rad to be. I think, to be fair, I put it at Pretty Rad.
I'll go there with you. I can't put it anywhere above that personally. And I see people saying all timer and stuff like that. I get that. Here's the thing, though. As far as watching it in that first movie, you never see it happen. You know, you never see this character do anything. It's just a kind of a victim throughout the movie. And B, it's the only one. Amazing twist. But if we're honest with each other, without the twist, what is Sleepaway Camp? It's a pretty shitty, forgettable slasher movie. I know I'm gonna get shit for that, but like, it is without the twist. But the twist does exist.
Yeah,
so
it's like Epstein's camp. Everybody was like old there hitting on young kids. I swear to God, it was fucking weird. Saying like, well, remember that fucking cook, that nasty piece of shit cook?
Oh, that was gross. That was super gross. Yeah. So but honestly, it comes to her great acting in that moment, because if there wasn't that crazy like face,
dude, that face,
it wouldn't have been that great of a moment.
Pull it up again. Oh, don't worry, it'll take too long. What it's like to chew 5 gum. What it's like to. It's a bad joke, but anyway.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Personally.
Mentos.
So
the fresh
maker. Moving right along. Footloose and fancy free. How about? Oh, can you guys? Oh no, I'm in the other zone now. In the John Carver, you guys say pretty rad. 67% to 33%. They say fuck you, Jay. Fuck you, fine. Jay.
I mean, enjoy your Burger King meals. That's great.
Let's stick John Carver in pretty rad.
I'll be hanging out with Tim McChickens over there at McDonald's, the only true king of fast food, but that's fine.
I do love a good McChicken sandwich, by the way.
Yo, did you know they brought back spicy chicken nuggets from McDonald's for a limited time?
No, I didn't know that. And now I wish I had, because I was a little hungover this morning and I had a fat day and I had some chicken nuggets for lunch.
Did you guys like Mighty Wings? They were pretty good, actually. McDonald's
I never had
the
Mighty Wings. I don't think I ever tried those.
But yeah, those spicy nuggets are I really want to try the spicy nuggets with that Big Mac sauce that you were talking about, because I haven't tried that yet.
So I will give you a warning. I don't know if it's just that, because there's not really anything in there that will cause heartburn. But when I went to Best Buy to get that light today, I got out. I had just eaten a 10-piece chicken nug, dipped them heavily in the mac sauce. And when I got out, I thought I was having a fucking heart attack, because I was walking around Best Buy and it was like, du hast mich.
Ramstein was calling me.
And then the guy was like, we don't have your order ready yet. And I was like, God damn it, I'm dying.
My goddamn cholesterol is rising and blocking my arteries. Can't you just give it to me?
Yeah, so definitely take some Pepto-Bismol before you do that. But yeah, you got to try the, and this is a note to all of you, by the way. If you get the chicken nugs from McDonald's, which are delicious, order as your sauce a side of the Mac sauce, and they give you a big ass cup of the Big Mac sauce, and it goes not just amazingly with the nuggets, but also with the fries.
Does it actually? But it's not like a secret menu thing, right?
No, you just order it. They don't even question it. Like, it's beautiful. It's amazing. You love it.
It's gonna be like, I was gonna say Big Mac sauce. Like, can I get an extra side order of Big Mac sauce? Like, honey, I know the secret menu, and then they like roll up like, oh, look at this fat load of shit.
God, well, it's like when you go to Dairy Queen and you get the you get a side of the flamethrower
sauce, which I didn't know. I just thought they might do it, and they actually did, but it's not like a thing that they offer on the menu. They just put it in a styrofoam cup and said, "Here, fatty." I'm like,
yeah, no, they do that. Fuck you, Tomo. Everyone knows McDonald's has the best nuggets. Okay, they have.
There's always been a debate about it. Wendy's is up there. Spicy chicken nuggets from Wendy's is like usually people's go-to. Yeah,
dip them in Frosty. Oh my god,
gross.
John Carter flamethrower sauce. You need to try it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jack Torrance.
All-timer.
He's only got one film. You're going all-timer. Now, I got to remind you, Jay, you got to think about this.
Yep.
We're talking about a list that includes Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, all of the greats. The all-timer's going to get filled up real quick. I don't think he belongs to all.
You sound like, you know what you sound like right now? You sound like a mother at the toy store trying to tell me that dad lost their job and you're not going to be able to afford that present that I want, that I'm looking at. Yeah,
maybe you shouldn't be such a selfish little shit.
Well,
okay,
maybe you should have married better, Mom, instead of some worthless slob that gets fired on his fucking day off.
Yeah, well, it was his fault. So why is that my fucking problem?
Dad was drinking on the job again and sleeping with Jennifer, his secretary, because you're not a woman enough to satisfy him at home. Fine. I guess I'll put it on Touches to Sunday.
I would have put it to a vote.
It is one of those things. Like I always feel, I don't know, like when you're like, if you're like at a store and you hear the mother going, and he's like, Mom, that's the one I want. That one up there, that big toy set. And she's like, oh, honey, you know what? I think it's great that you want to have this big Lego set because you're so creative and imaginative. But maybe we should go down and get a Roblox set. It's like, Roblox are for poor kids, Mom. And she's like, honey, we can't afford it. Stop it. That shit got real and deep right there. A lot of people are like, oh.
Some of us have been there. It's a stark.
And then you're like, I would give you the money for that Lego set, but fuck that spoiled bitch.
Yeah, like someone has to stop. Like someone's got to kill the babysitter. Yeah. How about this old fuck right here? How about Hannibal Lecter? By the way, each of these are concurrent with the full character. So like you can't do like which one, Mads Mikkelsen or Anthony Hopkins. It's the character as a whole. Where do you stick it?
Why does his eyes look fucking pink?
Yeah, because dude, he's sick. He's a twisted fuck.
Fucking albinoism. I didn't know that. That's why he's so angry. He can't go outside.
Big Joe Grizzly said, "Sucks my butt, Steve." For Hannibal, are you out of your goddamn mind?
He might have been talking about. Maybe he was just talking about. Maybe he was talking about something else. But I will say, I think he touches the sun. I do. I think Hannibal Lecter is an electrifying type of villain. He's great. He's charismatic. He's scary. He's all these great things. And also, Anthony Hopkins played it masterfully. We had a debate about Patrick Bateman versus Hannibal Lecter and which one we think is the best. We both agree that Patrick Bateman is, but overall, you can't deny the Hannibal Lecter effect. It's great. Everybody knows that line. Yeah. Everybody sees him and knows how much of a not only intelligent badass he is, but like how creepy he is as well. So it's almost touches the sun.
I'm with you on that. Like on and any other day, you know, I would definitely put him in all timer. But considering the accoutrement that we're gonna have to,
that's
put
why
in
that's why I had to change my answer up from the Nicholson
yeah.
thing.
Like he is one of the all-timer great characters for sure. But when you're considering horror villains, like he doesn't actually, you don't see him in action a lot. It's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk, great talk. And again, you guys are right. Brian, everybody forgets Brian Cox played a great Hannibal as well. He was fucking awesome as Hannibal in Manhunter. But I love the character so much. But yeah, I'm gonna go Almost Touches the Sun just based on brevity. And because there's already another vote out now. But I have no problem putting that fucker in all-timer either. Get in there, you sexy son of a bitch. How about a little Captain Howdy, a little Captain Howdy, a little Pazazoo in The Exorcist? Are you here? Why can't I hear you? You muted yourself.
I was saying things off camera. I was talking.
You silly bitch.
No, I like as much as I would put. I really don't want to. This dirty heretic stabbing my vagina with a cross because I don't care. Fuck this nasty thing. I will put her. I don't want to do, but I'd make the argument that she's an all timer. She's instantly recognizable. Everyone knows exactly who she is when they see her. I mean, I know that she doesn't do the same things as like Jason, Freddy, all that stuff. But the idea of what's behind her being that way is fucking terrifying. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's also like a little girl that's like this possessed by this demon thing. It's fucking scary, dude.
100%. It's an all-timer. It's the scariest film of all time, in my opinion. I know there are those people out there, and you always run into like, you know what? I think The Exorcist is a piece of shit. And like, I understand that because there is a certain, I think it's like how like 10% of people have Parkinson's or whatever it is. Like everyone, like there's like a certain like percentage of people that are bipolar, like whatever. I just think there's something in the brain. It's an illness that stops people from understanding how scary the fucking Exorcist is. Because there is a group of people out there who don't think that movie's any good. And I think they're fucking nut shit butt crack crazy. Yeah. But I respect their opinions, and I think it's an illness. It's an all-timer because it's the scariest film of all time and one of the scariest things that's ever graced the screen. So I think we have.
Well, I think those people that are like that are the same people that once everyone starts liking their little niche thing that they always liked, and then it gets popular, they're like, "Hey, you like this band, man? I love this band." I was like, "Yeah, but you're not a real fan. You don't even know what their first song was from their album that they worked on in a garage in Seattle." And you're like, "What are you talking about?" You're like, "You know what? I used to like them until they became gay because they got a bunch of establishment whores running around. They're sellouts." I'm like, dude, 100%. Take the hair out of your face.
There 100%. There are those people who like they're that way with everything. If everyone likes something, there's no doubt they're like, true. I think it's absolute butt crack. I don't think people that don't like The Exorcist are that way.
No, not all. Not everybody. Not everybody. Yeah. But there's also people that are just dead inside from being married too long, and they don't find it scary.
Yeah.
Well, they're just like, have you seen my wife when she doesn't get her way? There's nothing worse. I don't want to talk about why I don't think Reagan's scary. Ooh, a monster demon. Ooh.
Oh, listen. So I'm going to check the vote because I think what's right and what's fair is that this next character just goes to a vote. Because Jay and I personally have never understood it. Like I think the movie's good and whatnot, but this character is popular for. I really don't get it. But I'll get into that in a second. Let's check the vote right now. For in the case of Jack Nicholson in The Shining, you guys agree with Jay. 59% say all-timer, 26% say almost touches the sun, 15% say pretty rad.
Jack, a lot of intelligent folks up there in the community tonight. We like to see it. We like to see it.
Well, whatever. I got no problem with it. I love him. I'm not gonna.
Dude, that's the face I made.
Bash your fucking brains in.
That's the face I made when I took a sip of alcohol when I hadn't had it in a couple of. I was like, oh, Daddy's.
Yay! You know what? Talking about Beetlejuice, I don't think there's almost no one on planet Earth who could have played Beetlejuice other than Michael Keaton. Jack Nicholson could have played Beetlejuice.
Nice fucking model, Hong Kong. Yeah, he could have done it.
Definitely could have done it. So I'm with that. I fear that there's not going to be enough room, but I'm with that. I'm cool with it. So this next character I'm going to put to a vote for you guys. Give me 1 second to type it in here. Give me a little bit of a meta. I'll tell you why I wouldn't put it anywhere near where I think people are going to put it. But
who was it?
I think it's fair just to put it to a vote, and that is. Hang on. That's Sam. from Trick or Treat.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know he's popular. I see a lot of people are always like they even put him in like versus matches with like other horror. I'm like, he's a little kid with a fucking sack over his head. Get that boy into fucking child protective custody. But no, yeah, I don't get it. I've watched Trick or Treat, and I don't get the. Maybe I'm just. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get the popularity of it.
No, I think the movie's fine. I think it's severely overrated. It's for somehow it captured pop culture's attention in a weird way. And like you go to like, I mean, any Spirit Halloween, any of that stuff. I mean, it's just Sam shit everywhere. The lollipops, the figures, all of it. It's right out there. There's as much Sam shit in there as there is like Freddy Krueger stuff in there. Never understood that. I think it's just a pretty good, decent little horror movie. But people do love it, and that's why we put it up to a vote for you guys.
He's the Grogu of the horror universe. He's the baby Yoda. Everyone just thinks he's cute. It's so cute. That's why.
Someone said, "Who's tripping over beer cans?" I think you're probably hearing. My daughter was using the ice machine.
Oh, I actually thought so too. To be fair, I thought Mike had a whole fucking stack of them under his feet, and he was just moving it around. He's like, "Yeah, I had a really long day yesterday. Don't you know?"
It's considered military school. Don't you dare. It's okay. When I told her I was going to stream tonight because Katie and Ellie are gone. They're at a dance competition in Ohio. So it's just me and MJ. And I was like, I'm getting ready to start my stream. You know, do you need anything? She was like, no. She's like, go make me some money. I was like, hey, you watch your tone. I'm not a prostitute.
I would have been like, well, okay. I was just gonna ask if you want some fucking Dominoes. All right, how about that?
No, she was using the ice machine, so I think that's what you heard.
I was telling him I thought that it sounded like beer cans. I was like, you talked about how you're hungover today, so I was like, maybe he had a long night last night. He forgot to clean up his work area. Yeah, let's drink a lot of beer.
I'm gonna find out that she's asleep and there's just a ghost in the fucking kitchen.
I gotta go. Speaking of, I gotta go pee really bad. I gotta.
You go pee. For a second. You have a pee time, and I'll do a couple that you haven't seen. Starting with my dick. No, let's see here. How about In a Violent Nature? Why you guys vote on that? In a Violent Nature. Very Jason-esque character, right? New, only has one film behind them, but by God, does it not feel like Jason Voorhees? It feels a lot like Jason Voorhees in a good way. Cool mask with that underwater deep sea fucking SpongeBob mask that he has. Doesn't speak. A great recall of old 80s slashers. Amazing at killing people. Very festive, like really creative and festive in the way that he kills people. I love this character. Cool backstory, in my opinion. I'm going to go personally right into the pretty rad territory with him. There's only one film, but there's a lot to go off of there. And I think just like John Carver from Thanksgiving and the titty monster from Barbarian, I think there's a lot of potential. Whole lot of potential, and I think we should stick this fucker in Pretty Rad. Pretty Rad's filling up way quicker than I expected it to, by the way. Let's go with another one Jay has not yet seen, and that is, I don't believe he's seen this, Josh Hartnett's serial killer character in Trap. That's not a spoiler, it's in the trailer. Okay, they put it in the trailer. So Josh Hartnett in Trap. All right. I get a lot of people don't like the movie. I enjoyed it because I just like M. Night Shyamalan's Jib. I think he does weird shit, and I like the vibe of his film. So even if it's not perfect, and I realize a lot of shit in this movie is dumb, and you really have to stretch your undies to get there. But it's in the ending for me. It's in the, and I won't spoil anything, but the full on crazy pants, Patrick Bateman, American Psycho, basically Batman-esque things that happen at the end of that movie, I thought were fucking fascinating. And if you took this character, and I don't think that they will, but if you took this character and you did sequels and shit, and he was as unhinged as he was at the end of that film, god damn, I think it could be great. I think it could be special. I think it could be stepfather-ish. So for me, I would typically say Pretty Rad, but based on the fact that we only got a little bit of the crazy, I'll say fuckable personally.
I would have gone with Pretty Rad.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I loved it.
I didn't know if you saw it or not. We never talked
about it. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought he was awesome. I hope Josh Hartnett gets more roles like this. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen in this. I can't remember the ending. I can't remember if he gets. I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it, but yeah. I thought he was great, dude. I thought he did dynamite. I'd even put it at Pretty Rad personally. But
all right, well, I'll go with you then, because I think it's Pretty Rad worthy. I'm just worried it's going to fill up. But listen,
he looks like an off version of Captain Kirk with that jacket on.
He does. He does in that face.
This thing goes to warp.
Though. No, if Pretty Rad ends up getting too filled up, we can always move him down. But I have no problem with that. So I'm
good with that. Let's put him. I hope Josh Hartnett does more roles like that.
He looks like that's the face that you make when you fart and it's way louder than you expect it to be, and your wife looks at you like with like.
Well, that's the face I had when we went to that strip club and that girl like did the splits and she banged on the ground, and I'm like, holy shit, did that hurt?
You get over there, Pretty Rad, you sexy son of a bitch. Talking about the last vote that we had, Sam from Trick or Treat. You guys say it's pretty rad. Once again, 37% of you say pretty rad. 38% now.
That's close.
26% fuckable. 16% said all timer for Sam. Like, damn. People love him, dude. That's why I didn't want us to decide it because neither of us really get it. But pretty rad again. Pretty rad's butthole's getting full tonight. It's heart and soul. That's what I mean by butthole. It's getting real full, real nice, real nice. Okay. Let's moving on down. Scooting on down the line, gonna touch your butt, gonna squeeze your dimes. By dimes, I mean tits. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Machine Gun Kelly's ugly.
It makes you angry.
Machine Gun Kelly's ugly gonorrhea, small-sized wiener for show was in there. What the fuck is this world coming to? First off, other than the fact that you picked a hard bonerific type of picture to let everyone see, and now everyone has to go out of the room for 5 minutes. Yeah. I will say the movie itself is, I liked Megan's body is really good, or Jennifer's body is really good. I would put both are honestly, true. Yeah, I would take she's not almost such as the sun, but and again, for me, it's just going to get more and more full. Pretty rad. I think the character is pretty cool, to be honest. I really do think she was a really good villain.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Not only is she extremely attractive, boner alert. Thanks for noticing. Yeah. But you know, she's pretty cool. She's a cool character in a cool movie. I love the band Low Shoulder. She does it well in that movie. I mean, terrible mother to her children who runs away from their kids to go do drugs with Machine Gun Kelly. But we're separating the art from the art.
Really cool people that want to hang out.
I'll put her pretty red. So I'm good with that. Okay. Speaking of which, talking about separating the art from the artist, the Creeper.
Man, I know, and it's always weird when you bring this character up or you bring up the movie at all. Like, it just immediately like, you support pedophilia? It's like, what? What are you talking about? I just said I like the goddamn character. You fucking weirdo. Take your pills. I honestly, dude, all right, and hear me out. I put him at Touches the Sun, and the reason why it was the first time in a long time that you had an actual villain that came across the screen that was iconic in some way, or at least was able to hold their own against things like Friday the 13th Jason and Freddy Krueger and Pinhead, and you know what I mean? And it was the last time really that we've seen a character like that, except for maybe Art the Clown. It's been that long between characters that you've had somebody that you could be like, oh, well, they fit in the echelon of great horror villains. I think he's a great character. I think the story is a great character. The director's a piece of trash. We all fucking know that. It doesn't mean that you're a piece of trash and that you support what he supports just because you like the fucking movie. That's a weird thing, an argument that people seem to have. I literally brought it up one time in a stream or a chat. I was watching a guy playing Dead by Daylight, and I said it'd be cool to, Yeah, I was watching his wiener. He was playing Dead by Daylight on his wiener. It was really impressive. He has a thick dick. It looked like a projection screen. But he was playing with his wiener while playing Dead by Daylight. And I said something about suggesting it'd be cool if they brought in the Creeper as one of the new villains in the game. And someone's like, yeah, if you support pedophilia. I was like, bitch, please take the tampon out of your mouth and soak up some of that bitch in your ass because you're bleeding. So you menstruating fucking weirdo. I'm tired of people talking about shit like that. It doesn't mean you're a pedophile if you like these movies or if you like the goddamn character. Anyway, yeah, he's an all-timer, not an all-timer. He's almost Touches the Sun character. That's what he is.
That's exactly where I would put him. And yeah, you do have to separate the art from the guy who created it. But dude, those first two movies, everything after that, absolute horseshit, trash, bucket, fuck balls, shit, awful, turds, toilets, porta potties, assholes. But those first two movies, man, and that's how we felt watching that, right? Like when we watched Jeepers Creepers in the mid 2000s, we watched it and we went, "Oh my god, we're witnessing a horror icon be born." Unfortunately, we didn't know about the what was going on behind the scenes, and that was going to bring everything to a screeching halt. But the character itself is scary as fuck, interesting, has awesome lore. And fuck yeah, dude, almost Touches the Sun.
Yeah, and it's so weird if people even talk about that shit because you might as well go back in every Weinstein movie that he was actively participating in as a producer. You might as well say that you support violence against women.
Yeah, 100%. Now that's what I tell people about the Melissa Barrera thing. They're like, I will not watch Scream 7. I'm like, bitch, you probably bought a Scream 2 DVD yesterday. Do you know who produced that? A horrible, disgusting, depraved human being. But you don't talk about that because that's not the flavor of the week. On
when
Twitter,
you do that shit,
right?
look at this. That's me playing the world's smallest violin. No one.
I thought that was you touching your wiener.
That's how small it is. But no, it's the world's smallest violin. For everybody that says, I'm going to boycott, I'm going to fucking grow the fuck up and get a job or something. Holy fuck. Go have sex.
How about old Jaws here? The Sharky Shark.
All right. Well, here we go. Here's more hate coming on. Well, my way anyway. I refuse to give in to the mob. I will not give in to the mob. I will put this at pretty red. And I could almost drop it down to fuckable personally. I never, and this is just me, Jaws is a classic movie, and I understand the appeal, and I understand why people liked it. It was well acted. It had a cool villain. The whole thing. I just felt like it never affected me. Maybe it was because I didn't grow up around a beach. I didn't have to worry about goddamn shark attacks. I didn't care. I'm not gonna say it's overrated, but it's definitely not one of my all-timer type of movies. My wife loves Jaws, but I cannot. I'll probably put it at pretty rad, but I won't put it any higher.
I think it goes to pretty rad as well, actually, because, and here's why. God, you smell like, she still smells like a skunk, dude, by the way. She got sprayed. Especially when it rains. Jesus Christ. But the reason I put it in pretty rad is because I could actually go to fuckable too, because at the end of the day, it's a shark. It's a personality of this character for sure. But the animatronics that they use, the physical effects that they use, the way that fucker looked in that first movie when they showed it was haunting. And B, part of the reason I put it way above that is because the ride itself, the Jaws theme park ride, was so good and amazing. And they created a character out of it. But still, at the end of the day, it is just an animal. So I'm pretty rad as I think where Jawsy goes.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Like I remember watching it as a kid and just not really giving a shit. Like I watched it when it came on TV, and then it was like, I don't know. It just never, like, again, it was a good movie. It just didn't strike me as something that was like cool or something. I don't know.
You know what I think though? Like,
yeah, it's all right.
I love the movies, and I think the character's great, but like I think of it as more of an action character to me than even a horror character, just because the best parts of the actual shark came at the end when they're fighting it, and that was more of action type shit for me. So, but yeah, okay. I think Steve's butthole's a little lonely right now, so I think maybe we should stick the Bye-Bye Man inside of it.
Someone passed the baby oil. Call P. Diddy up. Put it in there. Put it in Steve's ass. I hate that movie, dude. That movie, what a fucking garbage ass. Not only a garbage character, but a garbage movie.
Yeah, absolute ass juice. Ass juice from Texas town. Listen, we got we got an all-timer here.
Shit. Oh, shit. It is. It's an all-timer. Look at the suit. Look at the cut of the suit. Look at the man's drip. That's the kind of dude I was looking for. And yes, you'll get smacked if you look at Ho. Holding up the fucking whatever. I can't remember the group's name that he always talked about and quoted. Huey Lewis. That's not Huey Lewis. I don't know what group that is. But either way, it's an all-timer. Absolutely. We talked about that in the last Hannibal Lecter versus Patrick Bateman. Patrick Bateman, American Psycho. Oh my God, all-timer.
Yeah. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no reason to explain it. I want to stab you to death and play in your blood. It's like, what? It's like Finlandia. Stick him in there. All-timers where you go, Patrick, you sick son of a bitch.
Also, I think one of the few movies that they can ever remake. I just don't see it happening. I mean,
they're remaking.
I know. I just don't see it. I don't see it working.
JD, how about another martini, Paul?
I need to return some videotapes. Thanks.
Yeah. Pumpkin. Your husband's a blithering idiot. Okay. On Joe Pesci there. The monster from A Quiet Place.
Oh yeah, it's been so long since I've seen the movie. I literally thought it was like "Feed Me, Seymour" from Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis. It just looks like a great video game. The CGI it looks like The Last of Us Part 3 is going to be great.
Yeah, I think we have our first fuckable, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to put it as. As far as the movie and everything, it was good, and Krasinski was great as far as his first directorial debut. He did a good job, and it was an interesting creature. But at the end of the day, it's just it's basic as fuck. If you really think about it, it's pretty basic. So
yeah, the CGI is not great. It's passable. The way they move is pretty cool. Like I love the way they jump around and climb and shit like that. The lore is all right, but it's pretty simple at the end of the day. Like I think that really showed its ass in this last one, the prequel. I was like, okay, we're really stretching this monster past its abilities. I think we really need to come up with like a sidekick or some shit for it. But yeah, it's just kind of like it's the movie around it's good, so it works enough, but nothing really special.
I literally don't remember the monster at all. I remember her stepping on that nail and then Krasinski dying, and that was it. So that just tells you how memorable the monster was.
Yeah, 100%. And I have to fucking pee so much right now. If you will jump back into Super Chat City. I don't know what time.
Where are we at now?
I got the Guns N' Roses song stuck in my head, but I can't.
Dude, I haven't had Guns N' Roses stuck in my head, but I've had like, I know why you're calling me. You remember that song? I know.
Yeah, that's a great song.
I love that song. Yeah. I thought it was the same chick that sang, you gotta be strong, you gotta be tough, you gotta be. I thought it was the same girl. It's not. It's a totally different girl. Like
some Natalie Imbruglia type shit.
No, I don't know. She's not Natalie. I don't know her name. I can't remember it.
Let me see. I'm scooting and I'm scooting and I'm scooting and my pee hurts.
Boat scoot boogie.
Fuck, where is it? Where were we?
I don't know.
Damn, no, got some good ones in here though. Appreciate you guys.
That makes me, when I hear that song, it's like it makes me feel like I'm back in like Old Navy or something, looking for a sweater for the winter. I know what you're doing. It's like they play that song.
Yeah, I can't think of any words from the song, but like
it goes, I know what you're doing, baby. I know why you're calling my number.
They
play that or Let Me Love You Down, even if it takes all night.
Peaches and cream. Kyle, we're at Kyle at 8:32 p.m.
Okay,
8:32 p.m. I'll be right back.
All right, I think it's
not me. Fuck shit.
It's me. Okay, so Kyle says. It's Chris. What the hell? What is that? Christineth? It's Christineth? Is that like Mike Tyson trying to say Christina? It's Christineth. I might be, maybe you're quoting something, and I don't know what it is, Kyle. I'm sorry. And I haven't even drank any kind of apple juice right now, which I'm going to rectify very soon. Don't you worry. But thank you, Kyle. Deadly at 30. Says, what if Rob Zombie remade Halloween 3? What's your opinion? Would that be a good idea? I think Rob Zombie should stay the fuck away from the Halloween franchise, much like Bill Cosby should stay away from single women. It's just not going to work. It doesn't go to, it goes, they don't work together. You know, they don't go hand in hand. They don't do it. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I've always thought, and I know that people would say there's no way, and I would hate that too, but I think Rob Zombie would make a decent Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I mean, it's right up his fucking alley. Dirty skanks out in the middle of nowhere in buttfuck Texas. Everyone smells like, butt crack and beer. Yeah, it's literally a dream project for Rob Zombie, but I don't think I think Halloween, he's done with that. I don't think he should touch anything Halloween related. And honestly, Halloween 3 being remade, it's not, I wouldn't see it personally. I mean, I would see it eventually, but it's not something I don't have it on a wish.com list personally, but that's just me. But thank you, Deadly. Michael Parton, hey, good to see you, dude. Michael Flanagan is still doing a Dark Tower series for Amazon. I did not know that. But he's also remaking Carrie again, which needs to stop. The De Palma movie was perfect. I agree with that. I remember watching the remake of Carrie with the kick-ass girl, Hit Girl or whatever. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. She's actually a decent actress too. And I wasn't impressed. I didn't think it was bad, but I think you are correct. The De Palma version was great. It didn't need to be remade. So I'm with you on that. I don't think Carrie should be remade at all. It's stupid. And if he's working on a Dark Tower series for Amazon, that could be good. That could be good. So hopefully, fingers crossed for Dark Tower being halfway decent on that platform, even though I'm not holding my breath for Amazon Prime series. I'd much rather be on HBO, but that's just me. But thanks, Michael. Good to see you there, sir. BA says, I got Five Guys 3 days ago, 3 cheeseburgers with cheese and a bowl and a drink, $22. Hopefully the economy gets better next year. Happy Friday. Yeah, dude. Holy fuck shit, dude. I was like, did you guys like literally slaughter the fucking cow out back and then serve this shit to me? Because what the hell's going on with that? I don't understand. But yeah, 3 cheeseburgers and a with the cheese in a bowl. And he's like, yeah, $22. Like, what the fuck did you smoke? That's crazy, dude. Yeah, that's probably, yeah. I heard it was pricey, so it's not my thing. But yeah, dude, hopefully the economy gets up a little bit. MMA Rusi says John Rambo versus John Wick. Who wins, boys? John Rambo versus John Wick. We've talked about this before. I think ultimately it would depend on the setting and the location where they would fight. But I think ultimately it's probably going to be Wick in a hand-to-hand combat situation. I think that Wick is just too versatile and being able to do that. Like he's everything that Steven Seagal lies about and says that he is. And John Rambo is more like he's great in everything as far as but he has to be in a situation where it works for him, like setting traps, doing things like that, living off the land. I just don't think in a hand-to-hand straight up combat if he's going to win. And John Wick is also slender and can move a lot better. I don't know. I think it's John Wick.
I'm with you in that opinion as well. Dante Graveshow says, speaking of Dream Warriors, have you ever thought about how Lawrence Fishburne is totally fired and or put in jail after that movie? Also, to him, Nancy probably killed those kids.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know. I think I would assume that he would just claim no knowledge of what happened, and just maybe he thinks that Nancy killed, maybe that she did that. Like he didn't strike me as someone that would believe in the Freddy Krueger mythos. So probably so. Well, yeah. I don't think he got fired though. I think he just quit.
You could be right either way on that, but I think at the end of the day, also the biggest question to me is how stupid Neil is. That fucking rigid, spineless fuck Neil. God, I hate that piece of shit so bad. Like, what the nerve of him to go in and stand up to Nancy's dad and treat him like shit. Like, oh God. And all he wanted to do was fuck Nancy. But I'm getting sidetracked. When he shows up and they go in, and that little girl, the blonde girl, welcome to primetime bitch, is literally hanging from the TV. All right, the TV is like 7 feet up in the corner, right? And she's they walk in, she's hanging from it. There's like, she literally, I always say this, she would have to have spud web jumping abilities to kill herself, and to jump up into a TV and go Hadouken and smash her own face into the TV. And they're like, oh, she killed herself. I'm like, you guys are the worst. You're not only bad doctors, you're terrible human beings, and you have zero understanding of how the world works. To think that little girl killed herself. Like,
I don't know. I mean, some people get really into their shows. She could have climbed up on a chair and just fucking done it. Dude, Neil always looked like you guys, Real Time with Bill Maher. He looks like Bill Maher.
Oh my God, he fucking does. That guy's insufferable too. Shit. Whether you agree or disagree with him, he's such a pompous.
I'm on the fence about him. Sometimes it's like, sometimes you make sense, and other times I don't know what the fuck you're saying, dog.
Yeah. He's the kind of guy that like, he got away with shit before the internet, like seeming smart, like he was a scholar, but now he just looks like an idiot who pretends to be a scholar. Colton Kaler, dude, what's up, boys? I'm excited about Isabel May casted as Sydney's daughter. Me too. I think she's a great actress. She's going to do a great job. She was awesome in Yellowstone 1883. Chalice, what's your best DUI story? And Slender Man, could you sing your favorite Disney song? Well, that's an easy story. I was at a place called Two Keys one night, and as a doctor, I get free drinks from time to time, and they have these drinks called fish bowls. Okay, and they're giant fish bowls, and what they do, you should see it. It's amazing. I haven't seen someone pour out liquids like that since my first night with Linda. But they take like 7 different liquors and they pour them all into an actual fish bowl with a little Jaws figure at the bottom. And they give you like 2 straws, and it's a whole fish bowl, and you just suck from it and you drink from it. I had 3 to 4, and I thought I was pretty good to drive, obviously, because I'm a man. Got on the wheel of the car and did not have my lights on, and I got pulled over. And he asked me to step out of the car, and when things were going well, but when I tried to test his prostate is when he put the cuffs on. And I'll be honest with you, I liked it. I had sex 3 times that night, and
with men
in the prison. So all in all, pretty good night. Pretty good night. A lot of prostate exams. Saved a lot of people's lives that night, and also came several times. So
PSA, Uber it out, guys. Uber it out. Uber it out. Slender Man's favorite Disney song. Shit, I don't know. I only know what I'm.
Can you? What about you got a friend in me? I think that would be really.
I don't know the words. I was like,
it's literally you got a friend in me.
No, I don't know the words. I know that part, but I don't. That's all I know. I thought the Angela Lansbury Beauty and the Beast. I know. Hold on. Me can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Now tell me, please, when did you laugh that your heart decide? Me can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over bridges and under, on this magic carpet ride. I'm not gonna do any more because we're gonna get copyright slapped. But it sounds terrible. It sounds like it sounds like a fucking Make-A-Wish kid singing it. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm sorry. And that was a mean thing to say. I'm sorry.
No, because of all the songs that we have on the channel, everybody's like, you guys need to make a CD. I swear to God, I was always like, I don't know how we could fill it in, but like, dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna have you do like several different Disney songs because there's something about Slender Man doing Disney songs that just makes you feel at peace in your heart. Like, yeah, it's so happy.
It sounds like goddamn Arnie from What's Eating Gilbert Grape singing it to himself in the tree. It's like that's nice. That's nice. He's doing something. Can't find me, huh?
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata ain't a passing phrase. It means the worries for the rest of your days.
Just one more. What is
that?
You know, like is swim ya six. Mike, why you start the stream like you just got high? Because I got high. Because
did you come on and say hi?
I don't know. I was unnerved. I don't know what was. Maybe I did seem high. I'm not though, because I'm scared of weed these days. I'm too old. It gives me panic attacks. You know. All right, one more. We'll jump back into there, but please keep them coming. We will get to all of them. BA stands for badass or butt art. Says, I saw Steven Seagal once. I was working on an AMC Steve McQueen documentary. And well, aren't you fucking fancy?
Wow.
And we were interviewing Chad McQueen and Michael Madsen at a Malibu hotel. God damn. What kind of life do you fucking lead, pal? Seagal was sitting at the pool in a white robe.
That makes sense. You know, they didn't come over here and ask me for my documentary because a lot of my life is secret and I could never reveal the secrets of the temple of the Yoshida. But I'm happy to see that they're interviewing other people that need to be interviewed. That's nice. He looked like a fucking Soprano character.
Yeah, dude, I bet
pina colada, but hold the sugar. I don't do sugar. Like what?
I get why you didn't go up to him and approach him. That's one guy, dude. If I saw in public, I would not. I don't think I like as much as I love his old movies. I don't, especially if he's just chilling in a white robe with his gut out, like sitting there drinking a pina colada in Malibu. I'd be so afraid to, dude. I'd be afraid to throw me in the pool. Would you like do a cannonball near him and like splash him, and then like because you know he couldn't chase you. Like there's no way he could chase you. Like you could get across the pool and be like, and let's see what he would do. Dude, I would come up out of the water in front of him and spit water out, and I would go, because you know he's not Richie. If Steven Seagal took off his robe and jumped into the pool, it would look like a great white whale, like going up like that and splat, and it wouldn't do anything. It would just like he would lay there, like he wouldn't do anything. That's me, dude. Fuck Steven Seagal for a lot of the shit he's done and said. I don't care. I like him. I liked some of his movies in the day, but I think as a person, he's a pure piece of shit. I don't like that guy at all. Absolutely, but that's an awesome fucking story. That's a great story right there. Sorry, in Malibu with Steve McQueen doing a documentary. Did you secretly record him? Did you secretly record him like this? Yeah, but you had to go long ways because he's so big. You couldn't do it like this. You have to go like this. That's the kind of day you just go home and you just jerk off, but you don't even think about women. You just think about how awesome your day was. You jerk off to it. It's gotta be weird. You're like driving to Starbucks. You're like, I saw fucking Steven Seagal in a white robe with his like fucking bare feet, everything sticking out. His belly was like lint in his belly hole. Everything. That's fucking crazy. That's an awesome story. Okay. Let me show you the world. Let's jump back into this piece of the sheet, Greg. Do we have any votes going right now? I don't think we do. No, we do not have any votes going. Okay, so How about the Xenomorph?
Are we talking about the Xenomorph just generally?
All the Xenomorph, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it's a dude. I mean, it's close to. Yeah, I was gonna say it's either an all-timer or really close to it. I think it's too cool of a creature. The character is too. It's up there. It's an all-timer, dude. It's instantly recognizable. We know you can't fuck with it because it's got acid for blood. It's semi-intelligent. It's got a huge mouth. I was gonna say dog, but we don't. It's not. It doesn't have a wiener, but it's scary.
Like Jay's ex-wife after she blew him. She leans up and she's like, "Now get me the line."
It was never that good. This Xenomorph looks like they enjoyed it. She never enjoyed it. She was just doing it and be like, "I've already sucked 16 dicks today. Yours is the 17th. I'm kind of over it." Fucking dirty ass chlamydia bitch. Anyway, my point being, thank God I didn't get any. It's an all-timer for me, without a doubt, all doubt. And I think they only improved it. I think it's an all-timer because they improved on it. Well, here's the thing: the Xenomorph, was it more iconic in Alien, or was the Xenomorph Queen or the Alien Queen more iconic overall in Aliens?
Yeah, well, I mean that technically is a Xenomorph, so I would count that. You know what I mean?
No, it is
the Alien Queen in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it at all-timer personally.
I put it up to a vote because I disagree with you. I think it's an almost touches the sun, and the reason why, like, there's no personality. You know, it's just like, like it just gets angry and screams. Like there's no personality there. There's no, and honestly, I always found it weird. Like it's great, it's amazing. I put it in almost touches the sun because it's a classic character. And man, the H.R. Geiger, H.R. Shuff and stuff that they put together to make that, it looks amazing and it's really amazing and it's cool and everything and it's got a lot of cool lore. But I always like just the way it moves and stuff just seems like I don't understand how it exactly kills people. Like I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. I think
I've actually looked this up specifically what they do. I always thought, because I was like, what do they eat? Like I was like, do they just go like, what do they eat? But no, apparently they don't eat humans unless they're I don't know what they actually eat to stay fit, but they actually collect humans for them to be implanted. So they're not really they don't kill you.
I'm not saying they're not smart. I know they're smart.
No, I know, but they're more like drones. They're more like ants. That's what they just have a collective mind to do the one thing, you know, to expand their hive.
Yeah, I think so I put it almost touches the sun, but we'll put it it's on a vote. How about Carrie?
Bully teen girl becomes Jean Grey from the X-Men after she has period blood splashed on her face. I personally think she's pretty rad. But and I know it's not period blood, guys. It's a joke. I know it's pig's blood, but my point being is I think she's pretty rad. I don't really put her as any higher than that. She's memorable. You know what? To be fair, now that I'm talking about it more and more, I think I need to put it down to fuckable. She's not a bad character. And fuckable doesn't mean it's terrible or it's bad. It's just it's memorable-ish, but it's not like anything I could really. But then again, it is because people like know that scene so well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like she only had one moment. You know what I mean? Like she moved some shit around here and there. But like really, she only had one moment. And in that moment, it was pretty badass. I mean, she tore that gym apart. I will tear your soul apart.
Man, I don't know. That's a good one.
It was really only one moment, you know?
I'd be fine putting her down into the fuckable region, but I think people are going to disagree on that. I don't know. I'll put it down to fuckable if you're fine with it. I'll do that.
I think that's where I'm going to go too. I have no qualms with it being pretty rad, but like it really just comes down to one shining day. You know, one shining moment. So, all right, this is going to piss people off, okay?
Oh,
but
God,
we got Chucky next.
Oh, my God.
Listen, okay? He is funny. He's got a great voice.
Yeah,
Brad Brooks does an amazing job. He's hilarious. Great jokes. Funny as shit. It's cool that it's really cool that he can go through massive damage and just keep coming. You know what I mean? Like at the end of 2, when he was like run through the factory ringer, when he was burnt up in the first one, he has really cool looks to him. But to me, it's just the fact that he is so unscary to me. Like this little motherfucker would have to sneak attack you to have any chance. The idea that he like overtakes people, we've talked about 1,000 times. You would just pick up that little fucker and punt his ass. Like to me, he almost. Unless he complete sneak attacks you, Chucky is almost no threat in my opinion. To me, Chucky's fuckable as a character.
He looks like a midget carrot top running around with a butcher's knife from Vegas. I'm not really caring that much about him. I think Carrot Top says some funny things too, but it's like I'm not paying to go to the show. If I get free tickets, tickets to go watch him smash a fucking watermelon and act cool, I'll do that. But I think overall, yeah, I put him at fuckable. And again, it's not the character is iconic in the fact that he's recognizable and everyone knows who he is. If you show him, most people, even people that don't watch horror movies, know who Chucky is. But it's just not for me. The movies aren't. I feel like Child's Play 1 and Child's Play 1. They should have ended it. That should have been it. It should have been a one-off, but it is what it is. I'll put it in fuckable. That's where I am.
Now, hold on. Listen to me. I was about to put it to a vote because you and I have a very biased opinion on Chucky. But then Dante Graves was like, put a vote right now. Hey,
okay, put it on there.
Hey,
let him have it.
Don't you right now me, you fuck.
You guys can do it then.
Fuck. All right? I'm just kidding. I'll do it. We'll put it to a vote. We'll let you guys decide because we know we're biased. But let's go to the last vote then.
Yeah, he's like, put it to a vote then. Unless you all got like pussies instead of fucking dicks. He's scared. Be proven wrong.
He said right now.
You sandy vaginas.
You guys did say that the Xenomorph belongs in all-timer. 67% to 21%.
Mike only said that because he hates James Cameron made a superior movie. That's why.
Oh, fucking
And
Christ.
His boyfriend did
Aliens better than Aliens, by the way.
Alien 3 sucked balls. Who did that one?
Not David Fincher because he doesn't know it. All right. He just owned it. So it doesn't count.
Yeah. But he was involved.
Doesn't fucking count. Okay. How about that?
Hey, what do you got Scary Spice on there for?
Hey, you don't know nothing about that. By the way, Kendrick Lamar dropped a surprise album. It's pretty fucking good.
What's that remove background? You got to remove background on your thing.
Yeah, it takes the background out. It's fucking dope, dude.
That looked like Scary Spice with the rainbow colored sweater, but I thought it was like a Spice Girls thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, shit.
I'll tell you what you want. What you really want to tell me what you want. What you really want.
Want to touch my butt.
I really want to take a dick.
Looks like if you want to be my lover. Okay.
I like how, by the way, we were reading super chats. We lost a lot of people, and then they came back to watch us, like them just get mad at us, like with this tier list. I know there's gonna be a lot of people pissed off.
It happens. We gotta be us, We gotta be us. Yeah, and for Stacy's birthday, because I know Stacy loves Chucky. For Stacy's birthday, we put it to a vote. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're gonna make Cody Leach cry, and we can't have that on this show.
How about so this is, by the way, this is what's beautiful about this.
Yep.
Right. Easy. We got Freddy. We know where it's going, but the remove background. You asked me about it. You click it. Boom.
Oh, fancy,
sexy, dude. I love it. I love Pick Monkey.
We don't
have to talk about Freddy,
gingivitis
right?
is the leading cause of tooth decay in America.
Yes. It's an all-timer. We don't have to discuss it. Get up there, Freddy. Get up there. How about old Harry Warden?
Okay.
My Bloody Valentine.
You know what? I know. Yeah, I never really was a big fan of this movie, but again, the character, the suit, everything, it's iconic. I understand what people love it for. I'll let you take this one there, Jim, because you remember it more than I do. So, hey, look, I have a flashlight on my helmet, so I could see you when I kill you.
It's tough, dude, because all right, the backstory's cool. Right, because he was basically, he got a John Doe letter from his girlfriend. Like he was in the army or whatever. He was fighting a war, and got a letter. It's like she was like, "I'm done. Actually, I'm gonna go fuck this other guy named Steve." So the backstory is pretty cool. The outfit's really neat, but they just never did enough with it for me. Like it's just a cool outfit, and a dude who goes around killing people. There's no real personality there. I go fuckable with My Bloody Valentine's Harry Warden. I'm sorry. I
thought you liked it more than that. I thought you were gonna go way higher.
No, it's fine. I love the suit. I love the idea. I love the backstory, but there's just no personality to it. It's just a dude in a cool suit who kills. So for me, it's fuckable. People may not like that, but I'm used to people not liking me.
Did they? That was the remake shot in that still you used, wasn't it? From the remake, My Bloody Valentine, the remake.
I think that one's from the original.
Yeah, I could
be wrong.
Looks like he's farting smoke.
Dude, I gotta show you this. By the way, I have to show you this while you guys are voting this. This is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. I was saving this for a stream where we go through the Instagram reels, but this is so funny. I have to show it to you guys now. Trust me, you're gonna love this. Where is
as one says to their partner in bed when they try something new sexually that they don't like, you're gonna love this. A finger in your butt.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, you're gonna fucking love this. This is so good.
Yeah, pirate ships. I got apple juice in my teeth.
All right, so this guy's post says, "I farted during Oppenheimer." So if you have, this is not a spoiler, but when the bomb goes off in Oppenheimer, when the test bomb goes off, there's no sound. Like the whole thing gets quiet when the bomb goes off, and it's this intense thing where everything gets real quiet.
Dude, that's fucking brilliant. That's goddamn cinema.
And this fucking guy farted.
He planned it too.
Yeah, dude. And listen to the people in the background after he farts. That's so great.
Oh yeah, dude, give it to me. Was it a packed theater?
I don't know, but there's a pause. There's a pause after you go. Let's look. Like, and he's trying not to laugh, so you can hear him go. But then finally, a couple people in the front go, "Ah!" And they start laughing.
That's so good, dude. That's such a perfect moment. Dude, that guy, I want that guy on the show to talk to him. That man is a genius. That man's a forefront of intelligence in this country.
There's nothing fucking funnier than that, dude.
Oh my god, dude. I couldn't have imagined, like, I would have, like, maybe right before Robert Downey Jr.'s chest piece went off at the end game, right before he died, like someone farted at that moment, or like even when he snapped and you couldn't hear it, and it would, that'd be, dude, yeah. God, that guy's fucking pioneer. That man's a pioneer.
Plot twist, that was a queef.
That's gross. That's gross, Azteca.
I knew a girl who could lay down on the ground, wrap her legs behind her head, and queef on command. It was the funniest, weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Those are called Brazilian streetwalkers. Thank you for telling them. That's fucking God. Yeah. Listen, I don't, it is what it be. But the first time I ever heard the fucking front end of a human being fart like that, I was like, "What the fuck? Are you broke?" I didn't know what that was. I'd never heard it before. I was like, "What the hell just happened? Did I fuck you so hard that I made your vagina creak?" And she's like, "It's just so air. It's just air." And I'm like, "Ooh, God!" And when I found out what it was, it's like, "Don't you ever do that around me again."
It's not controllable. I don't feel like. I feel like it's involuntary.
Well, no, I think it is. I don't know. I think it's like I don't know. You know who I heard it from? I'm done bringing her up tonight. I'm not going to bring her up. It was my ex, but I found out she's like, it's just because a lot of air is pushed in. I was like, knowing now what I know, it's like, yeah, when you had 75 dicks being pushed in you during the gangbang earlier, I'm sure it put a lot of air in your pussy, and that's what was coming out like a fucking balloon.
Yeah, except for she was so nasty though. Like when she would queef, it would actually whisper. It would go, "I cheated."
Well, yeah, when she queefed, like,
I cheated.
If she queefed, this is where the white hairs come from my beard. A little bit touched it, and I like aged instantly.
That is really, it's really hard when you're in the middle of coitus and there is a queef. Because like you want to not laugh, but like everything inside of me, like it takes
the only one. She was the only girl that's ever happened with, and it was because I found out. It was because like this bitch had a fucking black gate of a vagina. It had been ran through so many times by dudes, like it was just a fucking floating hole in space, and it would just go when anything pushed in there. Like that's what it was. She was the only girl that I ever experienced that with.
No, I mean it happens to all of them.
I mean, of course it happens. I'm not saying it does. It's not like, but yeah. She had it because she had a whore pussy. That's what happened. We don't have to talk about it any further, but that's true. I know it's a natural reaction to a female vagina, but this bitch literally had more cock shoved into her than a fucking gay porn film.
In the case of Chucky, you guys, I hate you guys. I fucking hate you guys. We should have never put this.
I knew it. You go all timer.
All timers.
Oh my God, dude.
35%
sabotage.
Telling all y'all it's sabotage. Yeah, you can't stand it. I know you planned it.
Fucking sabotage.
36% say all timer for Chucky. 26% almost touches the sun. 24% pretty rad. Only 15% agree with the sun.
Well, I knew we were going to be a minority. I didn't know it was going to be at the top of the fucking list. Holy shit!
Listen,
guys.
I need you guys to know that we respect you enough to let you vote that into where it goes. But the second this gets fooled, we have to move something. That fucker's the first one to go down. Okay.
God damn it! What a crazy night.
God,
you guys
damn
are like you guys are like Jack Nicholson and Joker right now. You're like, wait till they get a load of me. Oop. Oop. You're just
you
doing
guys
things.
Have dirtied this list. It's a poop stain on the underwear of this list. And I'm not happy.
You know what? I'm contacting the law and having them go over to Cody Leach's house. I feel like this is voter interference, and I will not stand for it. Intimidation.
Goddamn Russians. Goddamn Russians. We know where Michael Myers.
Yeah, don't need to talk about it. That's a beautiful mask, by the way. That's that's an amazing picture.
I can't stand. I'm putting Chucky over here. Like I want him to be in his own fucking
push
corner.
Him further into the corner. Get over there. Put that redheaded stepchild in the corner. Fuck it.
Yeah, go where you fucking go. Your mother and I don't love you. You're adopted.
Don't you dare touch the other ones. I want to treat Chucky like they did in Flowers in the Attic and poison him with like fucking sugar cookies that have poison in them.
Here's a tough one. This one's a little tough. How about Pennywise? And again, this is both Pennywise.
So you're going with both of them. I think I'll put it. You know what? I will. I'll put it. It touches the sun. He's a memorable character. He's iconic for various reasons. I don't think it's because of Skarsgård's performance necessarily. I think it's because of
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry's performance that makes him so iconic. So I'll put him at touches the sun just because of Curry's work.
I agree with you completely. I think he goes and almost touches the sun. And the reason why is, I mean, it may only be 2 movies, technically 3 or whatever. And obviously they're going to do Welcome to Derry or whatever. But the thing about it is, and specifically Tim Curry's Pennywise, I'd put Skarsgård's and Fuckable are pretty rad. Like, it's not that he did a bad job.
I wouldn't put it that high. Fuckable are pretty rad is where I put his,
Yeah, with Tim Curry plus the backstory of the Stephen King books is that Tim Curry's was so fucking scary, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, whether the movie around it technically sucked around it, the pillars of the movie sucked, you could say. But, like, him in that makeup was so fucking scary. He's one of the few truly, truly scary horror icons.
He played it. Well, I think it worked, too, because of the way they shot it. Like, I know it was shot and made for TV. I feel like that just added to the creepiness factor. It was just something about that old-timey type of way of filming, and it just worked for the movie. I don't know. But, yeah.
Anything could happen. Great. Anything could happen. How about Candyman? Tony Todd, Candyman. This is an interesting one.
I feel like I'm a coward and I want to like set this one out and let the audience vote on it. That's what I want to do, because I feel like I could put it at Touch of the Sun. It's not an all-timer, but there's also part of me too. While I do think Tony Todd's performance as Candyman is iconic and it's amazing and it really was a cool character, there's also a part of me too that says it was pretty rad, but it could be Touch of the Sun.
Listen, I will put this to a vote because I actually would consider all-timer for him. I really would. And it's not just because we recently lost Tony Todd. I know it probably seems that way. But, like, even though the franchise was so short-lived, right, with the 3 movies and then obviously the remake or whatever, like, he didn't have enough screen time. Like, he had, like, under 10 minutes of screen time in that first movie. Yeah. And the first movie was fucking great. But he never had a lot of screen time. But, dude, every second that he was on screen in any of those fucking movies, you were with bated breath, scared shitless, and like freaked the fuck out. And like the stage performance, the classic actor training that he had, the way he delivered the lines, the kills were still great.
Yeah.
I would honestly go all time. So I will put it.
Well, I can meet you halfway. I'll say put him in Touch with the Sun, but if you want to have him vote, that's fine too. Because I feel like here's the thing, people are going to vote with their emotions sometimes because he did just recently pass away, and they might just vote because he passed away. I feel like even just looking at it from a logical perspective, I think he's a great character, but there are certain things about him, like you just mentioned, he's not even shown on screen as much as he should be.
Right.
I don't know. Because honestly, we haven't got there yet, but I would put Pumpkinhead, and I love that fucking character, probably down on Pretty Rad, just because he doesn't really have a lot going on in something. I don't know.
I'll put it to a vote. Let's do that though. Let's jump to Pumpkinhead while they're voting on that, because I'm torn on Pumpkinhead too. Like, Pumpkinhead is one of the coolest fucking creatures ever created.
Amazing. Sam Winston killed it.
Oh my god.
He did great. And not only did Sam Winston do a great job making the effects, he did a great job directing the movie, which was his first time directing. And it was awesome.
Right. So, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, as cool as he is, again, not on screen very much, doesn't have dialogue. He's just the biggest scary Google man. But one of the most scariest Google mans of all time. I have trouble figuring out where to put him. I think it's probably Pretty Rad, But the lore is so cool too.
I love the movie. I've talked about it before. I love everything about Pumpkinhead. He's up there as one of my favorite horror villains ever to be on screen. But even I will admit that he's probably just a pretty rad character overall. Like, well, everything, and that's a great list, by the way. It's a great list to be on in the pretty rad section. He's still a great character, but I just can't put him in Touches the Sun because what happened is when they did Blood Wings, the sequel, they ruined a lot of his lore by showcasing more about his backstory, which when they do that shit, when they show you why the bad guy's the bad guy, that usually backfires in a lot of ways. I hate when they do that.
God, look at those chicken tendy fingers.
Yeah. He just looks like a drunk old man at Cracker Barrel laughing at you when you fall down the stairs. Like when he goes, he's like, that's what he sounds like when you.
Yeah, I'll go pretty rad as well. I wouldn't mind putting him in Almost Touches the Sun, to be honest with you, because he's that good.
Well, if we run out of room, we can play him.
Yeah, and I think he's better than Barbarian. I think he's better than Sleepaway Camp. I think he's better than John Carver.
Okay, well, then do it.
Yeah, honestly, like he's better than everyone in Pretty Rad.
That's true. You got to think about that. Like, so now when we're doing it moving forward, we'll look at like who in the category they're going to be matched with, and then if they're better than that particular category, then you have to move it. You have to.
Yeah, I think Almost Touches the Sun feels right.
See, that's why Chucky being over there in that top category is so fucking disgusting.
That's why I put him in the corner. I don't want to fucking look at him, you little bastard. Okay? God damn it.
Damn it.
How about Puppet Master? Puppet Master, like the whole crew.
They're all. I like them all, dude. I think they were all cool. It was an interesting movie when Puppet Master, the first one, came out. Is actually they did a really good job, or they did a decent job of making it a very, not very, but they made it an attempt at making a horror movie. It didn't work, but at least it was a dark horror movie. And then the second one come out, it was a little bit more of a lighthearted attempt, make them good guys. They're Blade, Drillhead, Jester, Pinhead, Flamethrower. They're all interesting, but they're just fuckable. Mm-hmm. The characters, they're fuckable.
I think they're the definition of fuckable, right?
Yeah.
Like it's fun, cool, but they were never able to do anything really great with it, you know? So fuckable's where you go. That's perfect, in my opinion. Perfect.
Yeah, in my opinion. Like girl down the street and she gives great blowjobs, but you're like, we're not gonna date. like we hang out a lot because you do a really good job on blowjobs, but we're not gonna actually date. You know what I mean?
That's fair. I knew a girl like that. Pinhead.
All right, well, here we go. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty, and we like to see this. Okay, we like to do that. We're in the final moments. I will say,
I think he's an all-timer, dude. Like you could make an argument Almost Touches the Sun, I think, but
that's where I'm torn a little bit. I want to. He's got to be an all-timer. He really was, because in the '80s when he came out, he was the first of his kind. I mean, people will argue that Freddy was the first because he's the one that actually vocalized and he would like make fun of people as he was killing him. But there was something about Pinhead was he did it in a very like psychological, like doctor type of way, explaining exactly how he was going to murder you, exactly what was going to happen to you, and almost like a reasonable tone. But while he was ripping off your, foreskin, and you're like, oh,
I hate it when that happens.
And look at the fucking design; it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's an all-timer, dude. He's an all-timer. I don't know what we're talking about. What are we talking about here? Pinhead goes in the fucking all-timer. That's where he goes. All-timer's filling up quick. I told you guys it would fill fucking quick. It's filling up fast.
Well, Chucky's gonna be falling soon.
Toby.
That's
Toby
who the
from
fucking
Paranormal Activity.
I didn't know who it was. I thought it was Katie.
Well, I put in Patreon today, and thank you Patreon members for helping us with this, because I put it up in Patreon today. I was like, help us pick the characters we're going to use for this list. And someone brought up the interesting idea of Toby. You never see him, but he does have an interesting backstory. He does do a lot of fucked up shit, and he takes those little assholes like Micah and he puts them in their fucking place. I don't like how he messed with my girl Katie because she's goddamn gorgeous and she's got huge knockers. But they're wonderful treats from Saigon.
But, I want to squeeze them, mama.
I want to squeeze them. I'm gonna go fuckable with Toby though. You don't see him; he doesn't talk.
Yeah,
he's got some nice tricks.
I was gonna put his fuckable because someone can make the argument that the actual villain of the story, while it's not her fault, is Katie, because she's the one that stalks around after the first one.
You shut your mouth. She's the one.
Because Katie, at the end of the first one, she gets possessed completely. The second one's a prequel. The third one is the actual sequel, and then the fourth one is another sequel to the actual first movie. So
I like that. By the way, I like that the chat agrees. Like it's like an unspoken thing. Like nobody ever talks about how hot Katie is in the Paranormal Activity. My God, she's knocked.
She's got big old bazongos. Gazonga. Yeah, when you see her, dude, you're like, yeah, when you see her, you're like Brendan Fraser from Encino Man, Gazongos, and you just run to her.
All right, fuckable where Toby goes. Get in there, Toby. You son of a bitch. Listen, I'm feeling good about this list, dude.
Other than that Chucky shit stain up there, everything.
Yeah, that's bothering me.
But you know, by the way, do you guys ever think they're going to remake Paranormal Activity? I know it feels like it's still a recent movie, but it's not. Paranormal Activity.
I think they already talked about it.
Oh God, I actually thought I was just doing a hypothetical. Of course they did.
Yeah, that's Blumhouse for you. They're already talking about that shit. Last vote that we had was for Candyman. The Candyman can because they makes us it was fun.
Well, that's Willy Wonka.
Yeah, the Candyman can because he makes us it was fun.
The Candyman can.
You guys voted and you said almost touches the sun, but barely. 39% to 36% all timer. 25% said pretty rad.
Oh.
Okay. Candyman, rest in peace, Tony Todd. Nothing wrong with almost touches the sun.
No, I feel like it's a good spot.
Yeah.
Really, the first. Well, there's nothing wrong with with the first four categories. There really isn't. Even the fuckable are still they're still fun. The only one that's bad is in Steve's asshole. You don't want to be in there. There's all sorts of diseases going on.
You will not go and touch it. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. How about the old dude from Wolf Creek?
I don't know much about it. I can't remember.
So, all right, I will handle this one because I just watched these movies a couple months ago, and guy's scary as fuck. I hate him. Like, oh my God,
old man Logan.
Yeah, dude, you hate him so fucking much. He's such a disgusting, depraved little piece of fucking dog shit. Great lines, creepy as fuck, haunting as shit. The movies are meaner than they even have to be. I think I go pretty rad. I think I'm going pretty rad. What's his? I can't remember his actual name. Mick. Yeah. And Tomo says he's based on a real dude. Yeah, I think pretty rad's where he goes. Guy's fucking scary as shit, and
I have to go back.
He's talented too.
I know I've seen that movie. I just don't remember anything about it.
Oh, dude, he's a talented motherfucker. Like, and he's mean as shit. He's scary as fuck. Yeah, pretty rad. I think pretty rad's fair. I wouldn't argue too much.
Looks like a Kamala voter over there.
Okay. This one's interesting, dude. This one's real interesting. Bagoo.
Yeah, that's how your face looks like when you take mushrooms and you stare at yourself. Like
I think he's fuckable, dude. He's scary. He's got a good look to him. He's in an all-time great movie, but he's only in 2 movies, and he's not shown a bunch.
And he doesn't have much
really
of a character
except for go.
Yeah. He's like except like stare at people when they're looking at old photos. He's like, I put him as fuckable too.
Yeah.
Look at that hairline. You think as a booger monster, you'd fix your hairline. Look at that hairline, dude. He looks like goddamn the lead singer of Seether.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with him at all. He just doesn't do very much, you know?
No, dude. He looks like Josie Scott singing Hero with Chad Kruger.
I can't stand to look at you now. Okay.
But yeah, it's still good. It's a good character. Just he's not the reason why the movie was good.
And the reason is you.
Yeah, I love how those guys. What was that? Hooba Stank?
Yeah, terrible song.
More like Hooba Skank. Am I
right? All right. This one's Mark Duplass's character in the Creep films, and the Creep tapes, by the way, is out now. It's fucking awesome.
That's me after 9 Michelob Ultras at Mike's house. Just don't take a picture of her.
That's Jay when you ask him if he wants a cigarette outside of the karaoke bar at 2 a.m.
I will go nuts. I will pick up an axe if you tell me no. If you have a pack, I think he's a great character, dude. I like those movies quite a bit. I don't think a lot of people talk about him as much as they should, but I'd put him at pretty rad to be fair.
I think pretty rad's absolutely where he goes, dude. Fucking hilarious, funny as shit. I wouldn't mind Almost Touches the Sun, to be honest with you, because he's so ingenious. Not only in the way he traps his victims, but in the way that he fucks with them. In the same way Patrick Bateman does. His dialogue's off the charts. It's fucking hilarious. He's creepy as shit. his background is mysterious. I think I want to put him in Almost Touches the Sun personally.
Do it.
Do it. I will.
No,
I will do it.
Do it. I was trying to do it. Palpatine's like, do it.
I'll do it. I love this motherfucker, dude. I think he's underrated as shit. Let's put him in Almost Touches the Sun. Get in there, you motherfucker.
People are gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that? Why did someone put their family photo album picture up in that?" Like, because again, a lot of people haven't seen the movie. It's weird.
You guys got to watch the Creep franchise. And again,
really good.
the TV show is so fucking good, man. Okay. How about Darth Maul from the Insidious franchise?
Fuckable. And you know what? Yeah, it's fuckable to me. Like the movie overall isn't like I know it centers on one booger monster every movie, but
yeah,
it's not it's not really the movie. The movie's just it's about getting lost in the further and dealing with I don't know. Darth Maul, it never was scary to me. It never fucking was scary. Look at those gauges. You know that guy went to Spencer's several times and worked there. I mean, yeah, it's this is Darth Maul after he grew his fucking receding hairline hair out and fucking got gauges and worked at Hot Topic. I will give it a fuckable. That's it.
Yeah, I think fuckable's where it goes. Now I will say that's one of the greatest jump scares I think in cinema. This scene right here.
Oh, I know. Yeah, everybody talks about it.
But the design was. Like the reason we call him Darth Maul is because that design was so badly ripped off of fucking Darth Maul. Like it's really literally the same goddamn thing.
Well, and then also it kind of takes away from his. Well, go ahead.
He just doesn't do very much. You know, he pops up and goes yay, and then he's like slapping to a Slim Jim.
He's like, what does he want? He points at the little kid in the bed. He goes. All right, and then they really take away his balls. In the further when he's like. Fucking sewing. He's like through the window. Well, I was like, God, what a fucking dumb shit this is.
Even in the further in his world, he's just up there like danka 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 danka, like just playing the piano and shit like that. He doesn't really do anything. So as scary as he is, and as awesome as makeup,
the movie. By the way, we're not talking about the movie. I don't want people coming in here thinking we're talking about the movie is bad. The character,
yeah,
and it's not bad. It's not that great.
Fuckable's the perfect place for him to go. This is interesting. All right, the hook, the fisherman dude.
Oh,
Ben,
get it the fuck out of here!
I know what you did last summer. I think this is sucks my butt, Steve. I think this is a terrible fucking.
Yes, dude. That movie is a complete bastardization of Scream, and I know people are gonna say it was written before Scream came out. I don't give a fuck, dude. That was the reason why. What, it was fucking Captain D's gonna hunt down Long John Silver's and this shit. What the fuck are we watching? I'd much rather watch the Ghostface thing. It's no wonder it was shelved for Scream.
Yeah,
it's a bad character. The movie I don't like. We did a commentary. Dude, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. I just. Like I like the movies, like I love their place in horror lore. I enjoy going back. The second one I think is real good, but like that character itself is so fucking lazy, dude. It's just a fisherman dude with a fisherman jacket on and a hook. Rip that off of Candyman, right? There's nothing great about the character. Had the character been better, the movies would have been better. I think it's just a forgettable teen CW type of character. Like it sucks.
I know. Again, that's going to be another one that pisses off a lot of people. But dude, I never liked it. I know what you did last summer, and I know again that it came out before Scream, and I understand. But it felt like a very poor imitation of that movie. I mean, it was literally the same fucking movie, but just with a shittier antagonist in it.
We'll see, and that's the thing. Like, it's not even about the movies, right? Just like with the last one, it's not even about the movies. It's about the character himself. And there's
and it was an unmemorable
almost
character.
Nothing interesting about the Hookman.
Yeah, fucking Captain Jack Sparrow over here killing people with a hook. I don't. Who cares, man? I don't know. Not my thing.
Yeah. Let's pop into some soup. Pop into some soup. Oh my God.
Duper chats. Loving the duper chats.
Doops. Let's pop into some soup. Oh my God. Let's pop into some soup.
Through the window. Through the.
Before we get to some really, really big ones that are still to come, but let's catch up on some super chats for a few minutes.
Okay.
Where were we, Jim? Where were we?
I don't know. I would have known that if you hadn't leaned over to insult me. Shut up, Tommy. It's not my fault.
I like men. I gotta scoot way back. I forgot where the fuck we were. Where the fuck were we? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go backwards. The backwards man can't catch me. I can walk back as fast as you can. I love Tom Green. All right, going back.
Do you guys remember his show? his talk show, the Tom Green
This
show.
was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great. Mike Parton. There's also Cream. Oh wait, that's the gay porn. There's a slasher named Cream in gay porn. That's haunting.
No, well, isn't there a band called Cream, or there a song called Cream?
I don't think it has anything to do with gays. But
what? It had nothing to do with no gays. Don't bring your gays around here.
Dante Graves. That's so weird. The only girlfriend I've ever had queef was the one that cheated on me. Must be genetics. Hey, look, women. Special breed. Just because a woman queefs doesn't mean that she's a lady of the night.
The Dante Graves show knows what's happening. He knows what's in the Kool-Aid. That's not sugar. That's poison.
It's an air situation. It's not their fault. Heisenberg 1571. I like your name. I don't know. It just feels like a decoder ring from Ovaltine. Thank you. Hey, Mike and Jay. I just want to let you guys know that I started watching you guys in the 6th grade. Now I'm a senior about to graduate.
Oh my God.
Now stop the great work. Love you guys and bless y'all's family. I just want you to know that you just made me feel old as fucking dirt. Okay?
Oh my God.
Holy fuck.
I feel like that dude in the fucking movie that farted with the countdown. That God. Well, congratulations on getting ready to graduate. That's awesome, dude. But definitely old.
Yeah.
Fucks.
Hey man, in all honesty, that's super fucking cool. We really appreciate you hanging out with us all this time, man. Thank you for that. And congratulations on graduating. Congratulations on graduating. God, we're old. I feel like Rex Manning right now. Someone came up to us at the meetup and he was like, "No, man, like I used to love your shit." And I was like, "Who's your favorite singer now?"
Rex Manning does, like, used to.
Yeah, like the mom is like the mom. She's like, or the girl comes up and she's like, "Yeah, you used to be my mom's favorite singer." He's like, "Oh, who's your favorite singer now?" She's like, "You." It's still you. He's like,
and you start laughing and you're like, "No, get out of here."
Austin, quick vote. Violator. I wonder if she's got it in my 5.
I wonder if she's got it. I don't know. That's a question that will never be answered if they had it in their size. We don't know. But
I think Violator would probably go to fuckable personally. Maybe pretty rad.
No, in the movie Spawn, he's definitely fuckable because the CGI that was awful. The character, well, because Leguizamo was cool great. Leguizamo, if you're just talking about the clown himself, oh yeah, that's pretty rad, 100%. Yeah. I just thought you were talking for some reason, like I thought you were talking about the actual demon violator monster. It was awful looking, but yeah, John Leguizamo's performance in that, yeah, it was pretty rad.
Yeah, I think I go pretty rad with that one too, because like what you don't know about that character is it's actually super powerful. Like when he grows to like 10 feet tall or whatever, shit's haunting. It's actually scary. They did it poorly.
That's what I tell people when they say I have a small dick. I was like, you don't know when it grows, it gets super powerful.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
I literally bring in other asteroids because the gravitational pull of my wiener.
Absolutely terrified of someone seeing my flaccid wiener because I'm a grower, not a shower. You know what I mean? I swear to God, it gets big. I mean, at least it gets average size.
It's maybe true. A little bit
above. Kyle, Mike, can you add the Driller Killer from the Slumber Party Massacre Part 2? The movie's so good. If you've not seen it, check it out. Love you guys forever. I can't add it, Kyle, because I haven't seen it. I've never seen that movie. But eventually in our quests, we will get around to it for sure. And at that point we can. Did you ever see Slumber Party Massacre Part 2?
I never got invited to one.
You guys in the chat who have seen it, tell us. At least we'll give it that credence for sure. I apologize, Kyle.
I never seen it. I remember the cover. I never watched the movie.
Stone Cold Brendan said, "Can Jay sing some Tracy Morgan?"
First off, okay, first off, I know what you're doing. Okay, Stone Cold Brennan. Because I made the mistake. I said he started singing that one song, and I said Tracy Morgan, the comedian, instead of Tracy Chapman. So I will not be entertaining you tonight, Brennan.
I see what you did there. Yeah. Gary, shit, I forgot about the stream. I need to restart. Love your fucking faces, Jay Mike. Love you too, man.
It's all good, love dude. Don't you worry about it, Gary B.
I hope you enjoy what you find on the flip around, on the scoot boogie. I think I skipped one. Fuck.
Ready to get in the back of the semi truck and just go on a ride.
Mm-hmm. Way down the under Chattahoochee. Never knew how much money what it meant to me. Well, I learned how to swim and I learned who I love. A lot about living and a little about love. Hey,
get out your Oshkoshes and put them on.
How's that song go, by the way?
I don't.
You and me going fishing in the dark.
Dude, I don't know. Like I always thought it's like way down yonder on a Chattanooga. I didn't even know
it's on the Chattahoochee.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But then the other song, the you and me going fishing in the dark. Never knew how much the money water. I got them confused there.
I gotta quit talking before they take my Proud Boys card away. I can't keep on the villain thing.
Robin Barker. A way to explain the age jump with Sydney's daughter is Isabel May being Mark's daughter, Sydney's stepdaughter. Sid's daughters are only still babies in Scream 5. Yes, and also I should have brought this up in the update video. We see the kids in the stroller, but we don't know how old the kids are at home. So she could have been one of the kids at home, but still yet, it's going to be interesting to see because she's going to have a lot of kids in danger. She's going to have some small kids in danger too, which is going to make Sydney afraid again, which is going to make the whole franchise way more interesting, in my opinion.
Man.
Right, Jay?
I don't know. How much would Chuck if Chuck Wood, Peter Pecker picked a pile of pickled peckers? What the fuck are you?
Joe! Joe says Rambo versus Dutch from Predator. Who wins and how? Much love. It's absolutely Dutch. I know people love Rambo, but dude, Dutch is bigger. He's stronger. He's been through more shit.
I would disagree with you 1000%. If it's in the jungles that he fought Predator in, I think that Rambo takes his ass down 100%. Like I think that if they got into like an actual fist fight, I think Rambo might be in some trouble. But the fact that he can improvise traps and things like that, I know that Dutch can do it too, but not on the same level as Rambo. Since I feel like it would be a good match, but I think ultimately Rambo would win, just because I feel like the jungle is his playing ground.
I do think that Rambo fucks Dutch up. But like Dutch knows the rainbow forest too. Like he rubbed himself in dirt and mud. He was smart enough to hide from the Predator that way. I think he would figure out.
I can't vote for us. I can't vote for a governor of California. I just want to.
Hey, he was a Republican. You love those guys.
I do like those conservatives. What a healthy dose of Christianity that this country needed.
Austin says, you guys see Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1. It's Roger Jackson saying all his famous lines and clowning on Earthrealm.
Dude,
and Outworld.
It's great. You need to watch that. I forgot. Yeah, dude, it really is a really cool thing. And I'm glad that Roger Jackson got to come back and voice him. That's really cool. Yeah. So like they have an expansion roster in MK1 where they're bringing in new characters or whatnot. And Ghostface is, dude, his fucking fatality is badass, and like the combat techniques are really good. But like each time before you fight, so like if you pick Ghostface and someone picked like Sub-Zero, they had this matchup right before the match begins, and he talks shit on them in Roger Jackson's voice. It's fucking great.
That's cool. I haven't watched those. I've seen the fatalities and stuff, but that's dope as shit. I have to go back and watch those for sure. Jacob, we love you too, buddy. Jacob also says, in regards to the first DVD on Tuesday, on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we asked you guys what the first DVD you ever got was. For me, it was Fast and Furious and Gladiator. For Jay, it was Rockstar.
Just Rockstar, yeah.
Which was ironically my third one with the little clip on it, you know. On Tuesday, first one I ever got was Friday the 13th Part 2 and Halloween 4 when I was 6. I remember watching Friday the 13th Part 2 and wondering why the fuck he looked like that. My brother had Part 7 and X, so I was used to the hockey mask. I bet that was I bet that threw you for a loop. Like, why's he got a bag on his fucking head? You know?
Yeah, I remember watching the second one and not realizing and not understanding. And I never liked it as a kid because, again, Jason's so iconic with the hockey mask. So I kind of got mad that he didn't already have the hockey mask on. But I didn't really understand the idea behind it. I didn't know what a story meant. It takes time to get there, Steven. Just wait. Calm down. I got it spoiled. But you know what? It's weird that you said the first Friday the 13th Part 2. Does it make you, when you got those first DVDs and you're like, man, I got to have the whole collection though. I only got Part 2 and Part 7. I need all of them. You know what I mean? That's how I was. Rough. I had Jason X on DVD. I'm like, I don't have any of the other ones though.
Yeah, that'll fuck with you. That's cool that those were your first ones though. And it's also cool that you got your first DVDs when you were 6, because when I got my first DVDs, I was like a sophomore, I think, in high school. So I went with my friends to the mall and purchased Fast and Furious. And then we went and got Sonic and went to this kid's house who I didn't like. He was a fucking asshole. And it wouldn't play. Like on the first view, it wouldn't play. So my first experience with DVDs sucked. But yeah, you're right, dude. But it is cool. Like now knowing all the movies exist, I love Part 2 because you get to see Jason in a new light. You know what I mean? You get to see him with a bag on his head.
I think Part 2. I think Part 2 deserves a lot of love. It never really gets it. I mean, you know, like, and I mean, they did pay homage to it in the 09 with the backhead Jason. The beginning, it was fucking dope.
And obviously they did that before with Town That Dreaded Sundown. But I think that's one of the cool parts about Friday the 13th is that they were trying to figure it out. We got to watch them try to figure it out. And then they landed on that hockey mask and like, yes, I have found my favorite child. I love it. Yeah. Dub, I said, God damn. I watched Harold and Kumar today, learned that their huge order at the end came up to $45. Now it would cost $129. White Castle's wild. That inflation's a bitch, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, you fucking talking Roomba Biden. Bidenomics are working. Don't worry. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like, well, you know, things go up. It sucks. But we were talking about, like, somebody just mentioned about Five Guys, and they got like 3 burgers, and he said he got, I don't know if he said 3 burgers or he got like a 3-stack cheeseburger and a cup of cheese, and it was $25 from Five Guys. I'm like,
you added so much lore to that wasn't there before. Like, you added a whole.
Well, no, because there was a guy earlier that talked about while you were pee-peeing, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah, did you slaughter the fucking cow out back? And that's like the cost to cover it. It's like, yeah, we had to fly in fresh cows. And then
I do want to say that your camera just got fuzzy for a second, and that reminded me, your camera's been on point tonight. I think it really was the fucking clock, bro. Like, I think it was the clock. The clock mixed with the light, we fixed the issue. It's not been going crazy tonight.
Well, yeah, hopefully that's all it is. We will see. I'm still going to look in some Black Friday deals to see if I can find a good, I'm not going to pay like, you know, $1,000 for a Canon camera or something like that, and then, you know, sell an arm and a leg to afford it. But if I can get, maybe I'll get like, well, no, actually they all have autofocus problems. That's the problem. It's not the camera, it's the autofocus bullshit.
Yeah. But I think it's working, dude. I think the light mixed with the clock being off has fixed our issue. Dub said, I just read that, but you're right. Yeah. That the White Castle's even expensive, dude. If you go to fucking Wendy's or Dairy Queen and order a meal for your family, it's more expensive than it is going to Chili's. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Well, yeah,
it's so expensive.
That's the problem, dude. Is like, yeah, you can't even go out to get a fast food meal anymore without it. It literally, it's like getting a fast food meal for a family or even just 2 people. It's like a sit down restaurant. Like the same price to going to like a sit down restaurant. It's the same fucking thing. I was like, I want fast food. I'm not expecting quality. Just something shovel in my fat mouth.
Yeah, and dude, I ordered Taco Bell today. Like, half their fucking menu items are like $11.99 at Taco fucking Bell.
Yeah, but did you know that McDonald's are offering special deals because of the E. coli scare? So you can get like chicken nuggets for like $1.
Oh, I did not know this.
It's only a limited time. It's only until like it might already be over, but they literally were offering, it was like a 10-piece chicken nugget meal for $1, dude. As long as you use their app.
Yeah, that means that they bought a bunch of that E. coli shit and they know it. Kyle said Hysteria TV show featuring Bruce Campbell's really good, dude. I'm 5 episodes in. I want to finish it really bad because I really want to talk about it. It's so fucking good. Like, if you guys are looking for a horror show to watch, Hysteria, I think it's on I think Peacock. I could be wrong.
I didn't know you were watching that because you always talk about how you hate Bruce Campbell and you think he's a messiah.
I don't hate Bruce Campbell. What are you talking about?
No, I'm kidding. He fucking no. I didn't know you were watching it. I was gonna watch it,
dude. You should watch it. It's so fucking good. It's really fucking good. It's a great show. He's the sheriff. He's like basically the Dr.
No, I've seen it. I've seen his interviews where he's been talking about what his role is. It sounds great.
Yeah, dude, it's really fucking good. Joe Valentine says, congrats to my wife Alexis for finally terminating her fear of the dentist today and going back on her own to get her tooth pulled. It's a huge win for congratulations, Alexis.
Yeah, the dentists are some scary motherfuckers, dude. Like, there's no, it's awful. You go in there, they want to chit chat to you while your mouth's hanging open, and they're pulling and cleaning and they're scratching and they're like, anyway, do you know what I'm talking about? Isn't that crazy? And you're I'm like, yeah,
not the guy.
It's like, you want to say something? It's like, no. My hygienist is like that, dude. She'll come in and she literally wants to talk about whatever, and I'm like, I can't fucking understand I can understand you, but I can't respond. And then when I don't respond, she's like, don't you have an opinion on it? I'm like, no, I don't. I just want you to do your fucking job. And the one's the best is my actual dentist. When he does the cleaning, no bullshit, no time to talk. Nothing. Let's get down and gritty. And he's like, oh, not been flossing. I'm like, ugh. And he's like, yep, but you need to floss more. Then he's done in like 15 minutes.
I hate the ones, by the way, I need to get caught up because I haven't gone to the dentist in like 6 months and I got to get another cleaning really bad. But I hate the ones that like they have that country music playing, and the ones that hum and like sing to themselves while they're working on. They're like, and they're like fucking drilling their shit. I hate that.
Is it a Spanish cleaning lady from the from Holiday Inn?
I wish, because then at least be interesting. She's like, oh,
no, because well, yeah. Well,
neither of those sound like Spanish.
I shouldn't say this because I'm not talking shit on it. It's whatever. But like, right above the chair is a big a big picture of Jesus, and he's holding the world in his hands, and it's a prayer about how Jesus
got the whole.
He's literally got the world in his hand. There's a dove flying behind him. It looks like a James Wan poster, or John Woo. It's like a John Woo poster. And then he's like, and then I'm sitting there, and she's like telling me or asking me questions about the political landscape that we are in or whatever. And I'm like, I can't talk to you about this. And I don't really want to talk to you about this. And I can't talk to you about this because my fucking mouth is full of gauze and you're fucking scratching my teeth and
like,
my tongue. But she won't. She's like, I just like to talk. I like to talk because that's what I like to do. And it makes me feel comfortable too. Is it okay if I talk? I'm like, I can't fucking say no.
And you're just like, oh.
Yeah, I just thought,
it's terrible. It's the worst. Dude, dentists suck.
I feel like Mr. Bean choking on a fucking dick.
Jay, I gotta pee. I'm going backwards, by the way, through the chat. I'm at 918 at Michael Parton, and then go backwards. Don't go forwards.
What? Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, you guys are gonna listen to me scroll away down the avenues of gay. What? Don't you hear me? Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. Let's go. Come on. I can't scroll any goddamn faster. Holy shit. He said 918. You guys have been great tonight. Thank you so much. I am taking so fucking long. Make sure I'm not okay. Wait a minute. He said 918, right? I passed him, y'all. Hold on. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he said something else. Hold on. So he said he's going back. I don't know. This is so confusing. Hold on. Now you guys know what it looks like when I'm going over my taxes. I don't believe I can write that off. Dude, I'm not lying. Okay, I think this is right. I could be wrong, but we're gonna go with it. So, hey, it's Tiffany. Thank you so much. Hey, Jay, glad you're feeling better. Don't care about Mike, of course. Who does? What's the craziest theory you've had about a horror movie and been right or off? Thank you, Tiffany. I don't care about Mike either. I will say, so the craziest theory you've had about a horror movie and you turned out to be right or wrong. Well, I remember, and I don't know why it just popped in my head. I remember watching Hellraiser, and I always thought that obviously Hellraiser 2 ruined it, but I always thought that Pinhead and the Cenobites were an actual extension of Leviathan on Earth. Like like Leviathan was like embodied in these characters and not like just humans. I was obviously wrong. They were humans. But I remember as a kid, I thought, because the god of the underworld, I thought that that's what the Cenobites were. When they talked about the Leviathan, I thought they were Leviathan. They were because it was all about, not mocking, but it was all about like the opposite of Christianity or whatever in the Trinity. I thought that was a way of them doing that. So that's what I thought. And I was wrong, obviously. And it was bad.
Well, you were wrong.
Yeah, I didn't know that's the one I got to. Everything else that I was going back through, we were already caught up on.
Oh, you went back. You went forwards. You fucking fuck. You fucking fuck.
No, you explained it badly. It's on you.
No,
so
it's not. It's not. Yeah. I knew you'd fuck it up.
You explained it badly, so it's on you.
It's fine. Michael Parton said that gays rule and straights drool. What do you think about that? Huh?
Well, I think the only ones drooling are gays. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop drooling gays.
Their mouth is full of cum. What are you talking about?
Sherry said, I'm about to become Jay's new ex. Number one, I disappear for long periods of time, come back just when he thinks it's safe, and fill his nightmares with cum.
Okay, Jerry, that's fine. We can play that game. I'm going to definitely divorce you soon.
Jerry also says, crap, I'm late. I thought it was Patreon for some reason. Hey, good news for you, buddy. The Patreon stream is next Saturday night. And
yeah, it's going to be a fun one.
We'll be together in person, and we'll be playing the Halloween video game, the Halloween Evil Dead video game. We're going to play it together in person.
By the way, it's it's out right now. I saw it's like $50.
Yeah, for both.
It's not a bad deal. Yeah, for both, for Ash and Michael. It looks fucking. I didn't buy it. I didn't play it, but it looks really fun.
So I only played the first level to test it out. And so when you come over next Saturday night, we'll sit and we'll try to get through it together during the stream. And just
it's like a platformer where they just like a Mega Man or a Super Mario Brothers. You just go level to level.
Yeah. And apparently it gets like real hard, but we're going to have fun with that. I can't wait. Z-Man's Edits, dead channel. We'll make it, bring it back.
Are you talking about us?
Some would say. There's a badass looking horror villain named Smiley, which a lot of people hate because of the movie, but I'm making a fan film for the character to be redeemed. I saw the Smiley movie.
I know Smiley.
It's scary. It's a big ass head. That's just frightening.
Yeah. Isn't Smiley like a creation of YouTubers? Didn't a bunch of YouTubers make the movie Smiley like in 2012 or something?
I do believe so. I think you're correct. Robin said, my contribution to better sweaters and the heating bill.
Appreciate you, Robin. This makes it sound like we're very poor and like we're barely surviving. I only have a sweater and my heater keeps going out, but I appreciate it.
I think my sweater's perfectly fine, but we do appreciate it nonetheless. And by the way, $5 will buy a nice sweater at Goodwill. So there we go. Gary, tea drinker. Did you hear the guy that played Doofy say they will bring Ghostface back and do their version of the age Scream 6 mask with Cindy doing the old Laurie Strode thing? Dude, that's genius. I love it.
The guy that played Doofy knew this.
Well, so if they bring back Doofy from the Scary Movie and they make fun
I get
of
it.
the new Scream movies,
for the parody.
Yeah, I did hear they're going to make fun of the new Halloween movies, which there's so much there.
Well, I obviously misunderstood. Sorry, Gary. I literally thought you were talking about Doofy somehow knew about what's going to happen in the new Scream sequel. I'm sure they didn't consult that asshole.
We smoked a cigarette with that guy. He's a nice dude. Adrian Ibarra says, dang, Mike, what did Best Buy do to you this time? Oh, it's fucking annoying as shit, dude. Listen, I ordered the fucking light on goddamn their online pickup thing. And it said pick up within an hour. I got there after an hour was over. Fucking, you walk around Best Buy and it's like being at Lowe's. Like there's 32 dudes in goddamn Best Buy shirts walking around talking to each other. Nobody asks you if you need any fucking help. And then I go up and I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up my things. Like, it's not ready yet. And I was like, well, I'm actually having a panic attack right now. So can I like just go grab it and purchase it? He's like, actually, you can't because it has to be the same model. So you just have to wait around until we find it. And I was like, but it's been over an hour. He's like, yeah, we're running behind. And I'm like, it's fucking crickets in here, dude. So then I had to go find it. I found the fucking light myself, got online, canceled the fucking order for it, and purchased it myself. And now I have to wait like 3 days for that. Fucking Best Buy is stupid as dog dick. Okay. And by the way,
is that why you didn't knock on the? Is that why you didn't knock on the door and just give it to me? Is you were having a panic attack, or you? Just
I was fine actually. I was just the reason I didn't knock on your door is because I didn't know you could have been fucking in there or something. I didn't want to bother you, so I just put it under your mat.
Well, I thought you were a real boyfriend, but I guess not. That's fine.
No, I didn't want to bother you. I didn't know if you were in your tiny whities or what. So I was like, and I was in a hurry.
It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever it was.
I don't know what you're doing. You could be having a little afternoon delight.
No. She's usually on Tinder during that time.
Oh, I just read that one. Katie, I love you, Katie. She says, tell my dad what you said. His name is Richard. Oh no, Richard, you know you like it, Richard.
Shut up, Richard. Shut up, Richard.
You know you like it, Richard. Nighttime says, I got a red one in my pants.
I knew you know what? With your fucking profile pic, I'll bet you did think that right away.
Honestly, I'd rather suck your red one than watch the fucking movie. I'll tell you that. That shit looks like
you know what? I'll watch it when it's like available for free, but I don't know why anybody would take their family out to go see that movie. It looks like fucking straight like goddamn Costco pizza cheese. It's like it'll do the job, but it's fake.
Yeah, it looks like Goosebumps the Haunted Mask, but shitty. Nighttime also says, whenever my sweet puppy dog passes away, I'm taking you out on Chalice and Lewis. That's fair.
Good goddamn luck. I'll sue you for slander. How about that?
If it's a puppy, it's probably going to outlive both of us, so we're going to be fine. We don't have to worry about that.
He says he's going to take it out on us. What do you mean?
Well,
he's going to get mad at us.
Touch me tender, touch me sweet.
What are you watching on the television set?
There's a game on, but I'm not paying attention.
I know. I thought we were playing. So it's like, give me the score.
Michigan State, Purdue. Michigan State's up by 2 touchdowns. I have them winning by 2 touchdowns. So far things are going great.
No,
BA said I saw.
Playing.
Oh, we read that one. We're fucking caught up. Yeah.
Well, we got a little time. We could do maybe one more on the tier.
Fit some in. We could fit a handful in. But I do gotta let me catch up to the bottom so that we're caught up completely. Michael Parton said, "Love you guys. I hope one of these days I'll be able to ingest your creamy goodness." What the fuck?
That's so
I'll buy you some Christmas tree cakes, bro.
Oh my god, dude! It's so
holy fuck!
It's so descriptive. It sounds like a goddamn Clive Barker novel.
Adrian said, "I just saw Wicked. It's solid, little long, and a song or two. That's what women say about my dick." No, it's not. Little song and a song or two too many, but overall was fun enough. I will point out the theater was half empty on opening weekend. I guess the hype was low. Seeing Gladiator 2 tomorrow. I don't know, dude. That movie looks annoying as fuck to me, personally.
I'm not like, I guess if you're a Wizard of Oz fan, it's appealing. And I know the Broadway show was like huge and everyone loved it. It didn't do them any favors with one of the main stars coming out and freaking out like she did in social media. I don't think that will necessarily have any impact, but it probably could. But like Mike, I don't really have any desire to fucking see it. Like, I think Rachel Zegler is a fucking idiot. I know I do. I think she's a moron, but I have no Snow White, but I have no desire to see fucking Snow White at all. Like I could give a fuck less about Snow White's success or disaster at the box office. But so I'm not the target audience, but it being half open or half empty, maybe it does have something to do with how they've handled it, promoting it. I don't know, but like it's so weird to me, dude. Like I just don't understand Hollywood in today's world. It's like now they're blaming the PR guy about Rachel Zegler. They're like, well, the PR guy should have trained her better. Like just don't fucking comment. Just shut up and do your job and just shut the fuck up. Like I don't know what you mean. Just shut up. If a company is paying you money to fucking promote their movie that they're adapting from their 1930s cartoon, don't go on camera and talk about how it's weird, stalker from a night. That's literally don't be dumb.
I have zero interest. I don't even know who Rachel Zegler is. I just know that like I'm not a musical guy. I'm not. The commercials look annoying as fuck to me. Ariana Grande, like I don't. It's not me. I'm not the guy. I'm not the dude. You know what I mean?
I hate women over here.
Did you already read Tiffany's?
Yeah, I read that one.
Okay, good, because she's being mean to me and I don't fucking like it. I swear to God, I will eat my own dick.
I feel like she's being very Christian.
Blue said, I saw a red one. It sucked ass. It looked like it sucked ass. I don't know.
Did you actually no, he didn't see it. He snuck in. He didn't really buy a ticket. He just snuck in. He's like, no, they were just giving out tickets.
Good. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. All right, let's do a couple quick ones here.
I kind of feel like we should just already put in like who are you missing? An all-timer like
you're right.
Jason should already be up there.
Well, there's some like Leatherface that I feel like should be an all-timer. Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't think yeah, you know what? There'd be more room if it wasn't for that redheaded bitch Chucky. But we can't worry about that right now.
Yeah, is anybody going to argue Leatherface an all-timer? I don't think so, man. So many movies, one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Yeah, I think
by the way,
deserves
you were
fat ass right
earlier,
in there.
But someone said, what about Rob Zombie remaking Halloween 3? And I was like, I think that Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like literally designed for someone like Rob Zombie to remake. I don't think Halloween 3 is in his wheelhouse. I want him to stay as far away from anything Halloween related forever.
Yeah, absolutely. You get your fucking ass all the way around, all the way away from Halloween. This was in the thumbnail, so we definitely got to get to this one. And I think I'm just going to put this one to a vote because I know Jay's going to disagree with me.
What do you think? No, what do you think I'm going to put it at? Just tell me what you think.
I think you're going to put Art the Clown at fuckable.
I'm going to put it in Steve's ass.
No way. Stop.
I am. Listen, no one accused me of being truthful Timony, the fucking blowjob queen of Saskoween. I am going to say I literally would have put it touching the sun. I really would. Now, do you still want to have a vote, sweet? I'm going to put it touching the sun.
I already put it to a vote.
Okay, so that's fine. But you cannot tell me it's an all-time. It's not an all-timer. It's a touch of the sun.
Listen, I'm gonna agree with you, and the only reason why I'm gonna agree with you is because I mean, in my heart and farts, I want to put it in all time because I really think it's that great.
Yeah.
I think it's that great. I think it's going that great. But then when I look at Almost Touches the Sun and I see Hannibal Lecter, right? And I see Pennywise and I see Candyman. The Candyman can because he mixes it with sun. I can't in good conscience put it in all time or above those folks.
Yeah, dude,
but still, it's still too.
He doesn't belong up there with like Freddy and Jason, and even Jason's not up there.
He's getting there.
Jason's not, it depends on what they do in the fourth. I haven't seen the third yet, so I don't know. I didn't like what they did in the second half of the second movie. So, but as far as the character goes, as far as being memorable, it's up there. Like I was never gonna like shit on it just because I have disagreements about the second movie. I think the character itself is great. Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like I feel all timer in my heart, but again, when you look at the greatness that's in Almost Touches the Sun, it's I can't in good conscience do it because it's Hannibal Lecter, it's Pennywise, it's Candyman. But we'll let you guys decide that one because it's a tough one.
Well, so I mean, he's going to go up in all timer right away. Is Jason, by the way? You can
Jason will go there.
You can already put him up there. Yeah.
That's the one. How about I'm gonna piss off a lot of people around here. A lot of people are gonna get mad about my situation, and I understand it. But you can put that right in Steve's asshole and smell his butt. No way.
I hate it.
No way. Listen, I think the Black Phone's overrated as fuck. I think that movie's
I hate it.
Terribly fucking rated. But the character itself, dude, Ethan Hawke fucking was amazing in that role. It's a cool ass mask. And he's a mean, disgusting motherfucker. I don't think you can go Steve's butt. I could maybe go fuckable with you. I can't go Steve's butt. I can't go Steve's
All right,
butt.
You know what? I'll pull it out of Steve's ass and put it in fuckable for you. That's fine. I can play with that game. I'll play with that. I'll play that game with you. I hate that dude. And you know what it is? And maybe I was a little bit of a gatekeeper, but everyone praising that fucking movie like it was the second coming of Christ. It was so good. It was so amazing. It was so dude. What the fuck kind of mushrooms did you ingest today? I mean, it's crazy.
Ridiculously overrated. Yeah, I think Ethan Hawke was so good. It sucks about Steve. Steve's totally unfair. Let me find Jason here.
Did you have did you put the house that Jack built? Did you put him on there?
I think he's on here somewhere. I do remember having him on here, so I thought he was on here.
Well, you know, I know people are gonna get mad about that. The descriptors that I put in. Personally, Ethan Hawke's a great character. I mean, Ethan Hawke's a great actor, like I should say. But that storyline and that script was so bland and it was so basic. And And what was the big reveal that he talked to ghosts on the fucking phone? I don't know.
That shit was dumb. I know. I agree with you on that wholeheartedly. And again, there's definitely going to be a part 2 of this video because we're not going to get to all of it tonight. And there's some people I don't even include in this. Jason obviously goes in there. I don't even think I have Jason's picture in here.
That's all right. We know in our hearts he's there.
But so let's grab a couple more here. How about this is interesting. Where do you put Samara from the Ring franchise?
That's
tough.
I put her pretty
by
rad.
herself, not that interesting.
I think that she's pretty rad. I don't think that she's much more than that. Well, you know what? I could even put her
that's tough.
It's weird. Like they did build on her character a little bit, and we got also we have to look at Ringu from Japan, and that character was already established and very well known. And she is iconic in some ways, in a lot of ways. I mean, even Japan made Ringu versus the Grudge Girl or whatever. I can't remember the name. I would put her.
I think the franchise is great. The movie,
the character,
the movie's in a fucking all timer. But the character itself, is it really that interesting?
She is. I would put her pretty rad. But I'd say the character's not. She's not a touch of the sun. She's pretty rad.
Yeah, no, I think because I would put her above My Bloody Valentine. I'd put her above Bagul. I think when you look at the Barbarian, the Titty Monster, I think you're right. I think pretty rad. I mean, I could argue fuckable, but I think
she's
rad
I feel like she's a classic horror villain or a classic horror monster, as it was.
She's done enough. It's just that what she does particularly is not that cool. It's the story around her that's really cool. But I'm good with pretty rad. I'm good with that. Okay. Oh, this one's interesting, dude.
I love that one. That's a great one.
How about
I can see it on, dude? You know what?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. What the fuck was that? I thought, is that one of your kids?
Oh, it's hella. No, there's a cat
Oh,
outside.
I thought I literally. It sounded like a little girl going. Oh, I thought they were talking to you. Like I want to get some pizza rolls.
No, that would be really.
I thought that was scary. Anyway, these guys right here, and it's from a movie, People Under the Stairs, Wes Craven classic. I know. Listen, I know they're not booger monsters in the traditional sense. They don't wear masks. They don't go around like slashing people house to house, but they are so fucking realistic in a lot of ways. Like you could literally see these kinds of people living in a situation and they do what they do. Personally, I put them in Touch of the Sun. They fucking scare me, dude. Like that could be a real life goddamn situation.
I'm 100%. I'm 100% there with you. Not only are they great actors, scary as shit, depraved, disgusting motherfuckers. And they didn't just have one thing. They had like 20 things going on in that movie.
Yeah.
Like they had deep plans of fucked up shit going on. I think, the couple from People Under the Stairs, I think are absolutely.
By the way, I always thought that the guy was Joe Bob Briggs. I always thought that was Joe Bob Briggs.
Really?
Well, I thought he did an acting role. I'm gonna find you.
Listen, people are gonna be mad at me for doing this, but there's two heavy bangers that we didn't add. Obviously, Jason has to go an all-time, right? I mean, Mount Rushmore, right? Like, so Jason goes there. Now, we talked about this before. We knew that Chucky's going to be the first one to go if we got to move something out of all-timer. We haven't talked about Ghostface yet tonight. And even Jay, I feel like, with his bullshit hate towards Scream.
It's not bullshit hate, dude, because I liked Scream 1 and 2, and that was it.
I think even Jay himself, with his bullshit hate towards Scream, will tell you that Ghostface deserves a mantle on all-timer way more so than Chucky.
I would, 100%. Like, get that fucking redheaded piece of shit out of here and tell him he's adopted. I don't want him on the fucking list anymore. So listen, Ghostface as a character, the original Scream, Wes Craven's, the OG, the only one that really matters, Scream. It was amazing. It was great. It was cool. It was different. It injected a much needed adrenaline boost into horror, and it gave us a new character and a new icon. In Ghostface. So yes, absolutely. I feel like, and it's a lot more fucking believable than a goddamn voodoo doll running around from Toys R Us trying to kill you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with you. So here's what I'm going to do though, because this list definitely needs a part 2. Definitely, no doubt, needs a part 2.
Yep.
I'm not actually even going to move Chucky down, because when we start part 2, we'll do it fresh. When we start part 2, we'll go back to this list. We'll do a quick review over where we put all these guys and why. And then we'll go into all the ancillary characters, like the guy from Don't Breathe, the dude from House on Haunted Hill, Victor Crowley, Miss Carmody from The Mist. There's so many more to get into.
Yeah,
right now, I will put Ghostface along with Chucky there. Okay? And we'll put them both in there, to be fair.
Put Ghostface over there under Jason. Other than, I don't want him touching.
Yeah, you
Chucky.
don't like him with Chucky, do you?
I don't want anything touching Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky, you stay alone.
Except for cancellation
by yourself.
What?
In the case of the last vote that we had, I want to let you guys know. I don't want to let you specifically know, Jay.
What?
That the audience has spoken, and they have said that Art the Clown at 38% to 30% to 17 to 16% is an all-time.
It's not. That's actually untrue. And by the way, I demand a recount. We're not fucking Florida. We're not Pennsylvania. That's a lie. It's not true at all. I don't know what's going on, but I will say that the authorities have been alerted for tampering, and it's going to be taken care of.
Stop the steal, he says.
It's going to be taken fucking care of. You could be on Blue Sky hiding all you want, but it's going to be taken care of. Whatever. I mean, the audience can say what they want to say, but to be fair, I don't think he's earned his stripes yet. But if you want to promote him, that's cool. I just don't think he's up there yet.
So that's the list as of now, guys. We filled up all-timer. We filled up pretty rad. Fuckable's almost filled. Almost Touched Son's almost filled. Sucks about Steve's pretty empty, but we got a lot to get to. There will be a part 2, and I'll say soon. We'll do it in the next month. We'll do part 2 in the next month.
Yeah.
So, and we'll start with a brand new slate.
Yeah, this was fun. I had a good time. This was really easy and really cool to do. It was really fun.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe we've never done this before. I can't believe we've never done this.
I thought we'd done. I know we've done tier lists quite a bit. Yeah, it's weird that we've never done villains. Maybe we did like weapons or something of villains, or I don't know. We did something along with horror movie villains.
We've ranked them, but we never tier listed them for sure. Gary, they only have 4 more arcade machines in Retro Realms. I hope they do Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, Pinhead, but I think they'll do slasher movies, or I hope they at least add more machines.
Oh, in the game. Oh, yeah. I know it's all based on
And this is the cool thing about the game.
I don't think they can do Freddy or Jason at all for legal reasons. So
maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. That would be really cool if they could. But what's cool about the game, which we'll talk about and we'll go into in the Patreon stream next week, it's really awesome because you go in this it's like a trophy room that you go into, and you've got your Evil Dead arcade, and then you've got your Halloween arcade. But then you have like a hangout area with the couch. We can watch behind the scenes stuff, and then you have a trophy. It's really dope. It's super.
No, I saw the trailers look great. I mean, it sounds like a perfect idea, but as far as like Freddy and Jason are out, like I don't think you're going to see it. And you know what? They probably won't do Leatherface either because they just released a game on it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is still pretty close, so they won't. Yeah, I could see Pinhead. I could see Ghostface. I think they'll do Scream.
That would be so cool.
No, I think that'll be Scream easy. They won't do it, but Jeepers Creepers, they won't do that. But that'd be cool. Shit.
You sound like Trump. He's like, Jeepers Creepers, they won't do that.
They won't do that because they don't want people to call them gay. They don't want to be called gay.
Connor Garnoski Cinema says, love you guys. Advice for when you like where you work, but feel like it's time and not what it was before. Watching since I was 11, now 19, old fucks. We are old. That's very clear that we are old pieces of shit.
Why'd you hashtag that shit? You trying to trend us, bro? You trying to trend us? I don't know. Advice for when you like where you work. Oh, advice. Oh, so when you
feel like it's time to move on.
Oh, it's time to move on. Okay, I thought you meant like advice for like you like where you work. What should I do? Like fucking dig in and go all the way up. But I don't know. Yeah, man. Just it doesn't matter if you like where you work and you like the people you work with. If it feels like a dead end job, you feel like you're not going anywhere, and you don't feel good about going to work. If you're still young, dude, you're 19 years old. Like I go out and look around, dude. I keep your job until you find something worthwhile, but don't like act like you're stuck there. If it's just a job, it's a job. You can find a new one.
I'm gonna give you a piece of advice that I think is a really good piece of advice personally, and it comes from me. So of course I think it's really good. But sit down, take a minute, take an hour, take 2 hours, whatever you want. Sit down, write out what you think your perfect version of life could be. I'm talking about from where you eat breakfast at to where you go to work to where you go to sleep. Make a fucking list of your perfect life, and whatever that is, and then just go and try to do that. And if that includes a new job, we need to make more money, we need to do whatever, go and fucking do that. And that's what I would do. And that'll answer all your questions, I feel like. And also,
be funny next time, you dumb shit. Stop trying to be so serious. God damn.
It was a good question. It was a good fucking question.
It was a
Joe
good
Valentine said, shout out to the best community on YouTube, Wham Families Rules. Fuck yeah! Man, they do. It
does, dude. We have a great community. Love the community. Really good guys. Here, man. Really good peeps.
We love you guys so much. Gary says, I recommend you buy Lori and Kelly in the Retro Realms game as well, because every character has their own story, and if you cross them over to each other's universe, it continues their story.
Ooh, that's cool. That's cool stuff. Nice little feature. I didn't know that. Well, yeah, Gary, I recommend next time you buy American.
Nobody wants to.
Don't get mad. It's from a movie, but no, yeah, I didn't know that. That's a cool feature that they put in there. But I mean, they call it. I think they're like $6.99.
Yeah, and that's not bad, you know. Baker, especially if it changes the game. Baker View says Jay hasn't seen Terrifier 3, so he has an invalid opinion.
Well, your whole face and existence is an invalid opinion, but you were still born in the hospital, so I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. You know what the fuck you're talking about, Jay. Shut up.
Yeah, but I didn't need to see Terrifier 3 because I saw Terrifier 2 where they turned it into a goddamn sitcom about angels coming back to life to kill demons that were dressed as clowns. So instead of you being a clown and tell me I have no idea what I'm talking about, why don't you stick your dick in an electrical socket and save us some time? Baker Reviews.
Yeah, Baker Reviews.
Bake me some bread and then put your mouth on my wiener as long as you're of age.
We love you, Baker. We love all you guys. Tonight was really fucking fun, and we really appreciate you.
I had a good time. This is like really fun. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for entertaining us and letting us entertain you at least in some way. And
sexually,
your participation is always great. Really love it. I mean, we had up to 350 people
tell my wife
tonight.
in the bed. I like it when you participate.
Yeah, thank you for participating in me flopping around like a dead fish on top of you. It really was awesome. You laid there, you didn't move, or you didn't struggle. Yeah, it was really we got up to 350 fucking people tonight. That was really insane. It was really cool. So thank you guys for tuning in and checking us out. It's always weird to see it get that high and then you watch it slowly fall. And people are like, yeah, well, the votes aren't going my way. I guess I'll just leave.
Yeah, it does a lot. It does a lot to your psyche and when like you say something and people leave, you're like, what did I do?
Well, yeah, I didn't even. I was just like, well, I mean, I can be bought. You want a different opinion? Throw out some more money. I got no shame.
We love you guys so much. Good night. We will see you guys super soon. I don't know exactly when the next stream is, but I know we'll be live on our Patreon next Saturday night. And here's the kicker. If you wait until tomorrow and you want to join that and you can't afford to get in on it right now, that's totally fine. We have a tier for a $10 tier where you can sign up for the Patreon and get a free 7-day trial and experience what that stream is like. So if you wait till tomorrow and do that, sign up for the Patreon, decide if you like it, stick around or don't. You can at least hang out with us next Saturday night, but we'll be live before then as well. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We love you so much.
Oh yeah, shit. Thanksgiving's next week. Holy fuck, dude.
Next Thursday, yeah.
God damn, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be
interesting
time. We got to figure out that goddamn schedule. We got to get schedule.
Oh yeah, I think we'll probably be live Tuesday. I'd say if I had a bet, I think it'd be this Tuesday.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So,
all right,
love you guys. Thank you, Dark Continent. Good night.
Bye.